uh was putting a bad name on until his preseason debut. Arias Bailey from Utah, who you know what I'm saying kind of took him out the draft, but whatever. You know what I'm saying with Danny Ainge, right? Ace Bailey. It says right here, 28 dribbles, 29 shots, right? He took 28 dribbles and shot 29 shots. And I'll tell you what, his preseason debut, right? The first game, he didn't do too well. He had 3 points as far as scoring, 3 points, but he shot 50% from three, right? 1 rebound, 1 steal. But after that game, bro, he went on a tear. 18 for 13, 61% from the field. You know what I'm saying? 40% from three, 2 for 5. And then the second game, 11 for 16, like damn near 70% from the field. Another 2 for 5 from three, 40%. 3 rebounds. No, 6 rebounds, my bad. 3 assists, 2 steals. And the other one is 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. What y'all think about that performance? Crazy. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. What was the numbers again, Ice? Sorry.
Yo, he shot 8 for 13, shot 61% from the field, 2 for 5 from three in his second game, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. In the third game, he went 11 for 16, 2 for 5 from three, which is 40%. Another 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals in those games.
And this is who were you talking about, Proctor?
Nah, this is Tyree. I mean, Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey.
Oh, Ace Bailey. Oh, they sound solid, man. It sounds solid. I mean, he did well. I don't know what else to say. He played well in the preseason.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a rookie or heard a rookie shoot damn near 70% from the field with jump shots? Like, yo, that's like crazy work.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. What you got on it, John?
Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, Ace Bailey's talent has never really been a full question. It was who was his management representation. He quickly fired that jackass and sent him on his merry way out the door. So I think for Ace Bailey, like you've seen the first few games, like fearless attitude. I mean, his first opponent was Kevin Durant, and he had no problem talking smack to him and scoring. So listen, at the end of the day, Ace Bailey has a lot of confidence, and for him to trust his mid-range game the way he is, for him to be able to knock down threes, for him to block shots, for him to dunk with uber athleticism. Like this guy has the toolkit to be special in this NBA. And for Danny Ainge, listen, that guy's brutal, man. I mean, some people thought that Ace was just going to get past him. And Ainge's like, nah. Now am I taking Ace? I'm going to get the Banson next year. So I think for Utah, they really do have a great cornerstone guy in Ace, and they're really setting up Ace right now. You can tell by the way, who's the coach, Hardy, the way he's setting up Ace for really good shots. Like he really is trying to put Ace in the best position possible to have a good first year, put himself in some Rookie of the Year votes. So this is definitely a good start for Ace. I know they said he has double knee tendonitis, but think about it. Utah wants another top pick next year. So anytime Ace is on some type of injury thing, we all know why it's being done. Same with Lauri Mark and some of these other guys. So I feel like Ace right now is starting off on a great note. And for the teams that didn't get him, it was definitely a loss for not taking the way he should have, because Utah not only did that unselfishly, they made sure to do it to get the best pick possible, and they somehow got Ace Bailey. So they definitely have one cornerstone piece, and they are our biggest threat, probably looking for a cornerstone next year in next year's draft. So shout out to Ace, and hopefully he continues this and he keeps proving people that he may have had an attitude problem coming in, but if you can back it up, it don't matter what attitude you got, it's the results you deliver. So Ace definitely is delivering some good early results. Now it's about putting it in regular season and showing why he is the future of the NBA.
All right. We got Big Fan Breezy, the late night host of the Big Fan Breezy blog. And what you think about Ace Bailey's numbers, bro, and what he went through during the summer and the draft, and then performing like this right now?
I think he is a professional. You know, I think once he didn't go to where he really wanted to go, he got proper advisement about being being a professional in the NBA, because you're not just an athlete, you're a professional athlete. I think whoever is in this corner right now, they, focus on him just being professional and kind of let him know, like, you don't have to end your career here. Things happen, Shay. And not to say it's going to happen like that, but you never know what could happen. You know what I mean? Shay Gilgeous-Alexander, he left the Clippers in his second year to come to the OKC Thunder. Maybe, he got some, I don't know, motivation that something like that could happen for him. But case in point is, I think he's been a uber professional, and I think he's going to consistently be in talks of rookie of the year all season long. For what you said, to 28 dribbles, 29 shots, that's nothing to sneeze at. That means he got one dribble pull up. He's an elite shooter. He's a elite shooter off the immediate and transitioning from college to the NBA. So there's early signs that he's going to be great. And I know the NBA set it up intentionally for him to be versus KD early before the preseason start, and it went well. You know what I mean? If you thought who would be something like KD when KD leaves, I'm looking at Ace Bailey. I'm not saying he's going to be good as KD, because KD was rookie of the year, and we all know what KD is as a talent. But I think his floor is Brandon Ingram. His ceiling is KD. And I think he's closer to Kevin Durant than Brandon Ingram. But I don't want to be long-winded. That's what I got on Ace Bailey.
All right, that's what's up. Leaf Diggy in the building, yo. What you think about Ace Bailey and his numbers that I just read off? Oh, you mega.
You sound like Voltron, bro.
Yeah, nah, you sound like you motherfucking underwater. It's the Wi-Fi.
Like a robot, Leaf.
Wi-Fi back. All right.
Now you
probably gotta go out and come back in, Leaf. You sound like Voltron, bro.
For real.
I will say this though, while we wait for Leaf to get it together, I think it's going to be a lot of tit for tat with Ace Bailey. I think a lot of NBA fans want to be right about this young kid. Some want to say he's not meant for the hype. Then you got the other half who believe in him. And once he has a bad game, you're going to have the non-believers on Twitter talking, they talk. And then once he has a good game,
but what about you, Joey? What do you think he's going to do? What do you think he's going to, about your opinion though, not with everybody else, but you, like how you feel about it?
I think he's going to have a solid season. He has the tools to do it, and he's going to have the opportunity in Utah. So I think he'll be in the runnings for rookie of the year.
He's number one option. He's number one option in Utah, right?
I don't know. As soon as they get rid of Lauri Markkanen, he will be.
Yeah, that's a good point for Lee.
I just want to start this whole session off by saying, screw Danny Ainge and his whole setup. Just screw him in his whole setup, because like they literally tanked ever since Danny Ainge got there, and then they finally got somebody that I knew. Everything that's happening right now with Ace Bailey, I already knew it was gonna happen. That's why I'm so pissed off. The bottom line is, bro, like he belong over here, and everybody in the league know it. I mean, but he is handling it pretty well. I mean, in terms of shooting 70-something% on jump shots in the preseason, I mean, he pretty much doing what I already knew he was capable of doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if everything right now is 1-2 dribbles pull up and I'm shooting right over people, bro. Like when he finally reaches his peak or whatever that is, then there that go. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, he they as far as I know, they looking to get rid of Lauri Markkanen now, and they probably looking to get some picks for Lauri Markkanen right now. So. Reality
can
is,
I ask you something, Lee? Why is that? Because Markkanen gonna mess up the tank, so that's why they trying to get rid of him, or
yeah, you know they're going for another tank because they're trying to get AJ DeMonsa. That's probably the only other team as of right now that's in the way. Washington might stink it up, and they might be a little bit higher. But Ace Bailey, if he can draw KD comparisons very, very early, then they most likely might send AJ DeMonts out there with him. I hate to say it that way, but I mean, but all of the picks that pretty much all of the picks that we wanted is balling and doing exactly what I knew they was gonna do. But Ace Bailey is already setting the bar because he's gonna get the keys to the franchise probably early. Because I mean, once they get rid of Laurie Markkinen, that's pretty much it. You know that they pretty much gonna try to rebuild the team and then hope the rest of the West start getting trash. So that way they could be better and better, get better and better as a team. But I mean, Ace Bailey already is ahead of schedule. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's it for that. But I'd rather not talk about Ace Bailey anymore because I'm pissed off. That he
That
in a
was
rectangular.
that was Ice topic of the show. You know, he the host,
Hold
so
up. We
you
we
know what
we
I'm
go
saying.
we go. Ice wanted to run through the steals of the
No, no,
draft,
no.
and
I
then we.
know, I know. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I appreciate Ice for doing that, man. Definitely. But I'd rather not talk about Ace Bailey ever for a while, bro. Like because I'm pissed off that
uh,
he ain't over here, bro, and that he's stuck in a rectangular state, and we got to sit here and watch.
yeah,
So
nah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's sad that we didn't get him, but look at what he's doing after they talk bad about him. You heard, like Joey said, they gonna still the moment he do something wrong or he have a bad game, you know what I'm saying? They gonna be out for blood. But you know
oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
oh
Him
yeah.
shooting him shooting damn near 70% from the field is amazing, bro. It's amazing. And let's he doing like some Klay Thompson stuff right now. And he did it in high school before too. And it just proved that
He
he
did it in
already
high
had that.
school, college, and now he doing the same shit in the NBA.
Yeah. So it's
It's
just
translated from 3 different levels in 3 different years.
right. So I'm gonna move on to the next player, Neek Clifford. Now, Neek Clifford, I talked about Neek. I wish we would have got Neek in the draft too. They skipped over him in the draft. Older player, you know what I'm saying? Neek Clifford was, they said, the best player in summer league. Now I'm gonna go over his numbers a little bit. 2 games for Sacramento, and again, Sacramento feel like they got the 2 best players out of the draft in Neek Clifford and Max Raynard. So his first game in the preseason, he went 5'11", 45% from the field. 2 for 5 from three, 40%. 3 for 3 for the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. In the second game, he went 3 for 7 from the field, 42%, 0 for 2 for 3, but he shot 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He had 9 assists, 2 steals, and 3 rebounds. And I think I want to say either he brought them back in that preseason game to win the game off the bench. So all the damage he did was basically off the bench in that game. You know what I'm saying? Being an older player from college, showing out, and he's not a point guard, mind you. He's a 2 or 3. He's a 2 or 3, and he had 9 assists in that game, 2 steals. And the first one he had 1 block. So what y'all think about Neek Clifford's numbers being an older, more mature player, being now GM saying is another steal of the draft?
I guess I'll go first.
I
Nick
said we could
Clifford.
have got him too.
Jay just got to the panel. That Jay.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. My
My
bad.
bad,
I
yeah.
ain't even see. I didn't. I didn't even see.
Leaf could go. I'm just bullshit. Cause I just heard the question. I think wasn't he after Diego too? A couple spots, something like that.
Think he
Not
was at 12.
Neek was in between. Neek was where Powell was at.
12, you
Greg
said,
Powell.
right?
Yeah, he was right. He was right around 22, but he went a
Oh,
little bit
22.
after that. Yeah, he was right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But word, I just I remember you was talking about him before, and that's just another guy that I think we could have got, and we didn't. All that scouting we did, man.
Yeah, basically all that scouting we did to basically pick up, 2 point guards with somewhat a similar skill sets. Now we don't even know which one we want to start. And Ben Surratt and Nolan Trey. The one of them picks could have definitely been spent on Nick Clifford. Nick Clifford, excuse me. But if you're looking for a team more stupider than us in terms of wasting the draft picks away and the quality draft picks, bro, look no further than the Sacramento Kings. What they did to Tyreek Evans or what they did to DeMarcus Cousins is absolutely crime, bro. Like so, I mean, but Nick Clifford is playing good. I mean, he doing all right. I mean, he doing a lot better than I thought he would do. But this I could tell you for sure. I didn't see that coming. I mean, because I ain't really do that much research on him, like outside of the picks that I wanted. I mean, the other set, like the top seven that went before Yegor, bro, like that's what I was mostly concerned with. But Nick Clifford, I didn't really look at him to like maybe a couple of days before the draft, and then looked at him in the summer league. But he did okay. He did all right in summer league. He doing okay in preseason, and that's another. I guess that's another pick I got to be pissed off about. So, bounce pass.
Yeah, I think Nick Clifford is again one of these players that the NBA is starting to realize. I think Nick Clifford is the example of the NBA starting to realize that the whole just throw the water. Do you ever heard that saying, throw the baby away with the water or some shit like that? You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
whole not all right. Well, basically what I'm trying to say is they totally went away from valuing players in their second and third, fourth seasons in college. Everything for a long time was just about that you know what I'm saying? The rookies in college, getting them those 60 players, and then if they don't develop, you get players out the G League even overseas. I think now we're coming into the space, and I ain't gonna hold you this because of this draft. Ice listening to all of the guys stuff. You know what I'm saying? Different UPT, a lot of different guys. I'm just talking about different drafted players. Even Leaf about Zach Edey and how he was in his fourth year, and we were getting in conversation about how Zach Edey is such a dominant player, and and then when you look at these players, sometimes they start at one school and then for their rookie year or freshman year, and then at about sophomore, junior year, they're in a different school. So it was just a whole process that I learned about. And I said all I had to say that I think the NBA is starting to value the second, third, fourth year play in college now because they do, in my opinion, they do now realize that some of these colleges run better basketball programs than NBA teams. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I think the guy you talking about, those players, I think they examples of that. But yeah, that's all I got.
I just
Um,
wanted to say this real quick. I mean, I get it, man. We could go back and what we should have and could have did and who we could have drafted in hindsight. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, we picked Ben Saraf, and he's getting, a lot of people didn't want him, but he's, believe it or not, he's gotten praises from his play so far. So, is it safe to say that we might have picked okay, and a team like the Sacramento Kings might have picked okay too? Like two teams can hit in the draft, y'all. It's not like just because this team got this player and he's on the high right now, don't mean that you know what I mean. Somebody in the league is not thinking the same way about somebody that we picked
Nah,
because
I see what you're saying. Two things can
the,
be true. Two things can be
right
right. They
because
don't have
the
to be
the
good
last
or
time I
bad.
checked,
To be
like
good, good. I got you.
last time I checked, Ben Saraf is getting high praise. He is getting high praises throughout his play so far throughout the preseason. They may not be as high as Nick Clifford or some other guys, but I mean, all I'm saying is that's the guy that we picked. He's showing promise. You know what I mean? You just gotta wait to see how the rest of this stuff play out. That's all.
yeah,
This
no,
shit, this shit is an absolute shit show. I ain't gonna
I,
lie to you.
I will say this: the Kings definitely got super lucky, not just with Nick Clifford, but Reynard as well. And Ice, like you said, I'm looking at his stats right now so far for preseason: 12 and a half points, 5.5 assists, 3 rebounds, and 1.5 steals on 44.4 shooting from field. So he definitely has a lot of intangibles. Like he could be that.
Is it luck though, John? Or some of these teams are just better scouters than other
Yeah,
teams?
well, I mean, Breeze, you look at the Kings' current current roster, and I know they just signed Russell Westbrook. Shout out to Westbrook; he's back in the NBA. But their roster is absolute. Oh my God! Like you have some okay scorers in that team, but you have no defensive identity whatsoever unless you actually play this kid Nick Clifford over some of these vets. So I think the Kings somehow got a little lucky in this draft, but they're an eventual rebuild, whatever you want to call it, team. I think they're a fire sale away on the next year's trade deadline, but they got Clifford and Reynard. So if they do decide to rebuild this year, you have two young pieces that you stole from the draft that could have went to other teams like us, for instance, that could have valued both these guys. So I give it to the Kings for their scouts getting those two steals like that because we were looking at both those guys. Ice was looking at him. I was looking at him. Like these two guys, Clifford and Renard, could have definitely fit our system. But for the Kings, this is a little lucky for them because they're going to eventually break that whole thing up right now with the Kings, with the Schroeder, Westbrook, Sabonis, DeMar, Levine. Like, I don't even know what to make of that whole
So they about
roster.
to go back in the shitter for
Yeah.
another 17 years. Great.
Something like that, something like that. But they have two young pieces, so if they do decide to rebuild, they should save up all their assets and let Clifford and Raynard play because you have to. I don't think that is a roster that will compete in a really, really tough West. If they were in the East, maybe they're a playing team, but for the West, they got to basically be on their game every night. And this young kid, Clifford, he looks like he checks a lot of boxes for team style basketball and being efficient in a lot
They
of different
basically
roles.
send a lot of players to that. That's my problem with the draft as a whole. Like most of the top 7 players got sent to the West basically to rot and wait their turn. I don't know if the West is going to turn that page and be that, and all of these young players out of this draft is going to have success because you got so many of them waiting in line. Utah is probably the only definitively garbage team in the West. Everybody else is okay looking in terms of roster, but we already know from 1 to 8, bro, like, oh, who's going to be there? You know, we got an idea who's going to be there. If we look at the rest of these teams, in terms of roster reconstruction, they look good, bro, like in terms of their youth. But when I look at Yang being stolen from us, I look at all these other picks that went off on Yegor, bro, that ended up in the West outside of Cooper Flag and maybe Dylan, bro. It depends on Wemby if they playing well, if the health is there. They all gonna have to wait their turn, bro. Like the Eastern Conference, bro, they would have been hitting the ground running. A
You know what's
lot of
so
them.
interesting to what you said, Leaf? I think it was like 9 or 10 of the 14 lottery prospects went out west, where I think it was like 4 guys in that top went to the east. Trey Johnson,
It's disgusting.
Yegor, Knipple, and who's the fourth guy? I'm not Colin Murray Boyle. Like VJ, 5 guys. So like 5 guys in the top 14 went to the east, where the rest went to the crazy west, like you said. And like you said, the West is so crazy that these young guys, as talented as they are, they're going to have to play supportive roles, as opposed if they were drafted to the East, they would probably get more playing time to actually be cornerstone guys. Like you look at Cooper right now, they're playing a point guard, they're playing him forward, they're playing all different positions because they have so much talent on that team that he has to be utilized as a floater, let's say, which is not bad for his development. But if he was in the East, that guy's playing a lot of different positions, but he's being a cornerstone guy. So, Leaf, you're making 100% facts there. Like, I feel kind of bad that the NBA is giving the West so much young talent, but it's like they have so much talent. The East is a freaking junkyard. They're Giannis away from trading him to the West, probably, to the East being so wide open and so bad. It's like whoever wins in the East, how are you going to be the team on the West that has like 10, 12 superstars plus 8 to 9 potential young stars on it? It's insane.
Well, they making
disparity of talent.
They making the damn league lopsided again.
Yep,
and,
that's the word.
I agree with Bri. I wanted Renard and Danny on his team. I thought that would have been super dope, but I could not see the Nets getting 2 bigs that are 4-year guys. I could not see them drafting 2 bigs that were 4-year guys that late, in their development. I couldn't see it, but I thought that would have been sick.
We did draft
You know what
we drafted Wolf, but I'm talking about Renard and Wolf together.
Yeah, you know what I don't like too? The whole, if you don't want the players to create these super teams, you as the NBA shouldn't be trying to do it either. Because that's definitely what they doing with the Spurs. They definitely get, you know what I mean? Cooper
Dallas.
going to Dallas. Come on, man. What y'all got going on, man?
Right.
Tell that to the NBA front office. They can do whatever the hell they want. They own the LLC. Like, bro, like it's obvious.
Let me get back to. I got 4 more players to talk about with y'all, and then we could, you know what I'm saying, get to how the league is and like
I got some next topics for y'all after we finish.
Yeah, I'm gonna just run through the players, and so y'all can hear the numbers. This guy is like Saraf, another guy I wasn't high on, just like Joey talked about. We actually got a player that I wasn't high on. I knew he could ball, but Kasper's Jonas, right? He said some say he do a little bit of Lucas stuff, but he's not a good shooter or anything like that. But he had a in summer league, he averaged 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1.7 steals a game, and he shot 45% from the field and 35% from 3. Right, but Let's say he struggled with his turnovers and stuff like that. And shooting is one of his. He really shoots well off of step backs. He doesn't do anything else really well. He has trouble driving by people. But GM said they think they think he's one of the steals out of the draft because he's like 6'6" combo guard. And he shot in a preseason game. He went 2 for 5, 2 for 7 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3. He didn't shoot well, but he had 10 assists and 2 steals and 1 block, and he got drafted by Miami. You know what I'm saying? So there's something there with that. What y'all think about him? If y'all know anything about him, or y'all?
I mean, if he was there with those numbers, then Saraf should have been there. That shit sound like some shit Saraf did. Saraf sound like he was dropping the same, around the same numbers. Jaka Sunis was he was linked to the Nets a lot in the drafts, like in a lot of mock drafts or whatever.
Yes,
I mean,
Some people had him in top 4, Joey. Like it was weird. Like they had this guy like the top 8 at one point. I didn't see it.
I mean, he's solid. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about steal of the draft, but I mean, it's solid. That's just my opinion.
The Heat are another team that's going in a rebuild potentially. I mean, Bam is 28 years old. Is he really going to be there on a squad that is just getting younger and younger by the minute? I think they have to decide about Bam's future soon, and you do have a younger roster of guys. So
Not to cut y'all off, but Malcolm Brogdon just retired.
We saw that. We saw that. They didn't want to play for the Knicks.
Nigga said it like he just texted him.
That was amazing.
Nigga said it like he just texted him just now. He got the text, man, sad. Not
my nigga. That should sound funny, my nigga. He went to the Knicks and just said, nah.
They say he did that after his first practice.
No, he's like I don't want to be MPJ. I don't want to Uber my way.
You know, nah. Side note, you know who else got traded to the Knicks and said, yo, I'm out. The nigga, remember Coutinho Mobley? Coutinho Mobley did that. He found out he was getting traded to the Knicks. He retired.
Yo, if I got traded to the Knicks, I retired too, man.
They want him to be the backup. And now they're stuck with Shamit. Now they're stuck with Shamit, the Shamit curse.
Because I
think they still got McBride actually.
I mean, they probably gonna try to run that dude into the ground, and he on a vet min, and he in this late in his career. He ain't trying to be.
I mean, but he did have some season-ending injuries the past. He had some chronic injuries, bro. Like so. I guess it was best that he did retire.
That's a shame. That guy was a 6. He would have been a great 6 man in the NBA. He was on his way.
He was a rookie of the year. He was a 6 man in this league. So
I always thought Brogdon was solid in the league, though. He always was a solid player.
Yeah,
he was very solid, man.
He was very solid. Yeah, but what was we talking about?
Kaspar's Jokic Miami pick. He was a late Miami pick. Like John was saying, he was supposed to go early in the first in the
lottery, right?
Yeah, he was supposed to go, and he dropped way down to Miami. I forget what number that was, but he dropped down. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say he dropped down to 15 or 17, something around there. I don't remember.
17 or 18.
Yeah, I think because 16, I already know who that was. That was another death by another team that was basically had our draft ball. Yeah, that was Yang. He was sitting like 3.
Yang is looking impressive.
He was sitting on Breezy's left, bro. Like at the draft, bro. Like, and then how
was he not in the steal of the draft conversation?
Yeah, seriously, you gotta put Yang.
I think he about to come up. I don't think we got to him yet. But
Yang, he getting a lot of motion, and I don't know if he in that article Ice talking about, but he getting a lot of motion on the internet for real.
Yeah, material.
What I really like, my thing is, if they was solid on Donovan Clingan, why pick him up? Because you're not solid on Donovan Clingan, bro.
Nah, they solid on Donovan Clingan, right? But you can't pass up. You couldn't pass up somebody who potentially, you know what I'm saying, be another.
They didn't even have a pick, Ice, bro. They traded up to get him, bro.
Yeah, they did. They did. I don't know, man.
He must have been that important, bro. Like you can't tell me that was just Clutch Sports, bro, doing a favor, bro. Like
it was
no
three
way.
centers I was very high on in the draft, and that was Hanson Yang, Danny Wolf, which we got, and Renard. I was very, very high on those 3. I looked at Mollywhack as something like, yo, he could be, based off his potential and his upside. But those 3, you could tell, like they they could contribute right away. Like they right there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
they skill sets is there.
Yeah,
Right off the rip, bro. Like I mean, but I guess to talk about Kasparis, I mean, this shit sound like the player that we got, and like I don't know, bro. I ain't
that
really
sound like
watched.
some Saraf shit, right?
Yeah, it's to me. I mean, I don't really see anything really like totally
Special.
different between totally
Right.
different between the two players. All I can say is that at 6'6", 200 pounds, which they both are, go figure. I mean, I don't like it's a lot of that 6'6", 200 pound shit going on between these overseas guards, bro. So it's really all it can like. All of them can't be successful. That's what we do now. Like, cause that's not how the NBA works, bro. Like the NBA, if the NBA got 400 spots, then 200 of them basically is actual
Yeah.
rotation players.
He was
You know
picked
what I'm saying?
20th. Caspers. He was picked 20th. I just
20, he
checked
went
it.
all the way down to 20th. That
Yeah.
means in Miami, basically, he's under a strict workout regimen, bro. Like, cause you know how they get down there, bro. Like, you gotta really put in the work in a training and
He
training
culture.
room and everything. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, that bullshit ass heat culture that they trying to push, which is really like the Pat Riley way or no way. It's gonna be interesting to see how he does down there if he the point guard of the future because their point guard position is kind of shit right now.
Yeah.
Um,
They got Davion
not
Mitchell still, right? They still got that guy?
that man, that ain't good enough. That ain't gonna get it. That ain't gonna get it.
That ain't gonna cut it.
That ain't
Yeah,
gonna
they
cut
got
it.
to rebuild. Yo, they got to embrace a rebuild soon. I just don't
Yeah,
see. I don't see Bam
but
staying there in his 30s.
Pat Riley don't like the rebuild. He like the retool. That's why they stay at 15 and 20 in terms of picks.
That's a
Yeah,
fact. That's a fact, Leaf.
So he don't like that rebuild shit. So a lot like
He like to linger. He like to linger around until he
yeah,
can get competitive.
a good chunk of Nets fans, bro, would like Pat Riley because he gonna go out there and compete even with some shit bar burgers, bro. Like he don't give a damn. So
Anybody got anything else about Kasparis? Because he is kind of similar to Saraf, where you don't think you could get by anybody. Kind of crafty a little bit, and just go out there and drop dimes. Seems like he got some upside. I wasn't high on him at all, just like Saraf. And I was even less high. I was more higher on Saraf than I was Jock and Jonas. You know what I mean?
For real.
I wouldn't have. I didn't like this game. I didn't like Jock and Jonas game because now that I go on TikTok and I talk to Miami Heat fans, they say I see exactly what you're talking about. Like if he's not running full speed and he's in front of you, he cannot get by nobody. It's an absolute, you know what I'm saying? He ain't crafty enough to get by you. He got to do a lot to get by you. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have chosen him. He probably would have been the last guard I would have drafted out of the draft. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you either got to be crafty or you got to have a quick first step. So if you ain't got neither, good luck.
Right. Right.
and I'll give it to Saraf. He's using the IQ to his advantage. What he lacks in speed, he's using his ability to read his teammates, which it's the fact he's even been able to read his teammates so quickly right now. I got to give it to Saraf a little bit. Like there's that Euro background coming to play because he's played that type of basketball. So he knows that once he understands how his teammates like to score on the court, it's like, okay, I'll find you for pass, find you in the corner. And he's even stealing Danny Wolf's long pass. So you could tell Saraf is definitely trying to implement some of his teammates' playmaking style into his own. So yeah, I think what both him and Kasparis, like they definitely lack the physicality aspect of their games, but playmaking IQ, that's something not a lot of us were really looking at too much because in this NBA, you have to be physical as a player. And Kasparis and Saraf, they're going to rely on the IQ and some fancy footwork to get some buckets.
Listen, peep game. Watch Ben Saraf, Diego, and Kasparis. They always gonna be in the same conversation. They both all three of them in the Eastern Conference, and two on one team. They're gonna compare them, bro. And at the
That's
end
a
of the
fact.
day,
That's a fact,
Kasparis and Diego is all of them rookies. And I'm telling you, Kasparis, Ben Saraf, they're gonna set the bar for what we expect from Diego. Like, all right, these the prototype point guards, yada yada, whoop de whoop. What kind of numbers are they putting up? And again, the one thing that impresses me the most about Ben Saraf is the paint touches. Say what you want about him, he got to work on his jump shot. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I agree with you. But him getting into that paint, just being there, him just being there, makes the defense react. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true. I mean,
That is,
that's a good point, Breezy. He may not have like the quickest first step and all that and explosiveness, but he can get into the paint. He's shown he could do that. You know what I mean?
he definitely shown that he could do that. He could protect the ball a little bit better. I think the only thing that really got to work on is a perimeter shooting.
A lot. And
Realistically,
defense. And
like
defense.
a lot. I mean, defensively, I think he already has the build at 6'6", 200 pounds to guard something in this league or get into a pass
He's
lane or
got to
something.
show it. He's definitely got to show that because the
Yeah,
fouls, that's going to be a big growing pain for him this year. I could tell off the bat. But he did work on in those 2 games in China. He wasn't getting those ticky-tack foul calls on
yeah.
himself. So he did work
And
on it.
he definitely did work on that. But I will say, in terms of like the way these drafts are going, particularly with this one, bro, like I don't think it's been a draft ever where you could find guys as talented as Maxim Renard, Danny Wolf, or Neek
Rasheed Fleming.
Clifford, Rasheed Fleming in the back of the draft. Like these drafts are really, really deep, as a lot of people projected it to be. So I think I think the number of the picks, in this draft in particular, I don't really think they matter. You know what I'm saying? I just think, bro, like wherever you fall at, or whatever you fall at, I think wherever you fall at and whatever team you go to really matters, and how you coach and how you developed. To me,
Right.
bro, like I think it's more so that type of game, more so than it is. All right, yo, all right, well, we putting these players on this, that, and the third. It's one of the reasons why I talked about a lot of players going to the West, bro. Like they might go off, but they ain't gonna thrive in the way that they want to unless you're in a situation that Ace Bailey is in. I think
Exactly.
Cooper Flag is gonna be highly used defensively, bro. And you know what happens when you overexert these dookies, bro. They start to break down very, very quickly, bro. Like they really ain't built for punishment.
They're
You know what I'm
making
saying?
Cooper a floater right now. He's playing point guard, which is he has playmaking abilities. That was one of the best parts of his game in
I
Duke. And
mean,
now they're actually running him at point. Give it to
we did
Dallas.
we did say Cooper was a jack of all trades, bro.
Yep.
We did say that, and I think and playing under Jason Kidd, playing with AD and most likely Kyrie, that's basically he get a good learning curve, but the way that he's gonna be used in today's NBA, bro, it's probably gonna put more wear and tear on him than anything.
you
Yeah.
know, Leach, you know how we always say it's a copycat league. I think that rang true about Shea and the big point guard. I
Yeah.
think, you know what I mean? A lot
Absolutely.
of franchises is looking at it like Shea is a big point guard. He was able to do X, Y, and Z because he a big point guard. He won MVP.
True.
This now you see Casper, you
Yeah.
seen Ben Rap, you
That's
see Yago. I think that's going to be a thing going
it.
in
It,
this
it
draft
is
I
a
mean,
and
you
big
next
could
thing.
you
draft.
could put you could put high.
I agree with you, and if that's the case, then that means anything under what those archetypes, basically, bro. Like you play facing an uphill battle, bro. Like I think the league they really got pissed off at the Steph Curry element. They really got pissed off because all of that running around shit, bro. Like they just said, you know what? Let's just put some tall niggas up out here, and let's just call it a day. Because I'd be damned if a 6'3" light skinned nigga, bro, like me up, bro. Like you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
So like,
It,
I think
it,
that's one of the reasons. It's probably one of the reasons why Brunson, as good as he is, I don't really think it's gonna move the needle as long as you got the big point guards around. As long as you got the SGAs and the Lucas and all of these big guards around, that's about to thrive. And now you got 7-footers basically.
Come
Now
on.
you got the Nikola Jokic compilation of players, the Nikola Jokic clones starting to come in, bro. Like if
That
you
size
add
don't
that,
mean nothing, man. That's Flopson, man. That's what he
Right.
gonna
it
flop and
flops.
fling that little
I said
body and that big
Flopson.
head all over the
Hold
court.
so hold the conversation right there. I'm about to go to our player that was on the GM's list of what I said was sleeper
List of
pickups.
steals.
Yeah, steals or whatever. Sleeper pickups, steals. Danny Wolf. Beware the wolf. I've been talking about beware the wolf. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna run over Danny's numbers real quick. We had 3 games so far. So he was 9 points first game, 3 for 4, 75% from the field, 2 for 2 from 3, 100%. 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 4 assists. And the second game, he was 11 points, 3 for 5, 60% from the field, 1-on-1 from 3, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. And then the third game, he was 2 for 4, 50% from the field. He didn't shoot no threes, 50% from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds, 5 assists. So Danny ain't doing too bad out here. You know what I'm saying? For the time that he got, and those were limited minutes, 12 minutes, 14 minutes, 15 minutes time for Danny. So what y'all think about Beware the Wolf that's coming to the league right now? You know what I mean?
Wolf deserves playing time, 100,000,000%. I mean, what I appreciate about Jordy is he put him in fourth quarter high pressure situations. Those 2 games in China were both high pressure situations, and Wolf handled it brilliantly. The playmaking was there, offense was there, just padding stats, getting some rebounds here and there. And that I still think that best play so far preseason was when he got the deflection, dribble it full down court, does the great wicked pass to Drake Powell for that dunk. That is what the hope of the future is for this team, having those guys connect on plays with each other. And Wolf was a huge part of that. The 3-point shot looks much better, much crisper than we saw in Summerlee, where he was just throwing it to throw it. Now he's throwing it with purpose from 3. Like, you can just tell, like, Wolf is more acclimated. Now he knows, listen, I know I'm part of this future. I got to make every moment count. And Jordy's trusting me in high leverage situations. Right now, Wolf has gotten the most high leverage situations out of all of our draft guys so far. And I think Wolf has handled the test brilliantly. And I know it's going to be tough for him to get playing time because we have Claxton. But as soon as we do move off of Claxton, Wolf should be either in our backup unit or near our starting lineup, because this guy has playmaking abilities. He's a point center. I don't care what you say to me about forward. He's a point center with the potential to be a hybrid player if he gets stronger defensively and physically. But so far, he's definitely made a case that he should get playing time, and he's a part of his future. Embrace the Wolf.
Hold on. Before we start all of that, can we hold him accountable on defense the same way y'all held Cam Thomas accountable?
God.
Yeah.
Let's not start tonight, please, with this Cam Thomas. Because you're making because you're crapping on Wolf because of Cam Thomas. We're not even talking about Cam Thomas.
On Wolf. No, you're not going to start this narrative.
Here you go.
No. Hold on. Me asking the Nets fans to hold Wolf. Let me finish. Me asking Wolf to be accountable on defense the same way y'all hold Cam Thomas accountable on defense is not me crapping on Wolf. It's saying don't be biased. And if you are, I'm going to call you on it. Period.
I'm calling you on it. Fairly, because Cam Thomas didn't even crack the top 400 in defense last year. You're crapping on Wolf. He hasn't even played a full regular season game yet, my friend. Like, come on, let's leave Cam Thomas.
We gonna hold him accountable. I know.
Right, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the culture of Brooklyn Nets basketball. Are we going to hold all of these players accountable, or not hold Wolf accountable because of what?
Absolutely. We're gonna hold him accountable.
I just said he needs to get stronger physically and with rebounding and defense. I said those things. But right now, he has the abilities of a playmaker, and he could be a center on this team. Just like with Saraf, offensively and defensively, a lot of work. Nolan Traore, got to get stronger physically. And then Yegor, he's definitely got to get stronger physically and get quicker on the court. We've pointed out all these things. So yes, Breeze, we'll keep him all accountable, just like we'll hold Cam accountable if he has a night where he scores a lot and doesn't help his teammates. We'll be fair.
Listen, man.
I'm gonna just get my point out the way, bro. So I don't have to start yelling with you niggas, bro. Like, defensively, he stink like shit. Offensively, bro, we already know, bro. Like, he could find guards, he could find shooters, he could find cutters, he could find lobs, bro. He could play pick and roll, inverted pick and roll with anybody. But rebounding, I like that shit need work too. In terms of being a dominant defensive rebounder, a quality defensive rebounder, because that's gonna lead to more fast breaks because he could throw them Kevin Love outlets low key. So his shot has got better, but offensively, I think his skill set is already there. I was sold on him, man, before he even got picked. I was sold on him when he got picked. I was sold on him before he even played a game. Offensively, but defensively, I knew it was gonna be some shit. So we just gonna have to fix that. But even though we're gonna be some shit anyway, I would love to see him play with a lot of different lineups.
Exactly.
Because he's gonna be able to. He's probably outside of Cam Thomas. He's our second best self creator on the team. To me.
Nah,
Like
he
I don't
is.
really.
But my
I,
thing is, you could cover up, not to say it like that, but where he's not, I guess, impactful on defense, you could put Clowney on the floor with him. Put him in a lineup
yeah,
where he's not the biggest guy on the floor. Pause. You could put him with Clax, MPJ, and put Wolf at the 4 or the 5.
true.
But he would be
I would
impactful.
have Clax be the Roma and then have him be the last line of defense. If that'll help, I mean, but I mean, we gonna stink like shit anyway, bro. So I mean,
Playing Clowney with Wolf is definitely a
I
combo I want to see this season. That's
yeah,
a good
I would
combo
love
off
Clowney
the
and
rip.
Clowney. Well, the thing about Clowney is, man, like I think you gotta bring him along surely. But so even though he did work
Mhm.
out, even though he did get physically better, he worked on his physical frame a little bit. I still think you got to hold Claxton out there because the object is to raise Claxton's value, so other teams can want him. You know what I'm saying? So if he playing with a passer and somebody that could self create and create from the top of the 3-point line on down, and then he's finding Claxton for like easy dunks and easy layups and lobs and everything. I think that could work a lot more in terms of Claxton being more suitable for like teams to come after him. That way we could start getting younger and start finishing our bullshit ass season. That's gonna be some shit anyway. So I mean that'll work. I'm with it. But defensively,
I
he stink like shit.
um I'm high on Danny, man. I was high on Danny when he was in Michigan. No player is perfect, especially rookie coming into the league. He has his flaws, but when you see this kid play, you can't sit there and say to yourself that he's like, listen, there's something special about him. Like, yes, he's not that good offensively. I mean, defensively. That's something he's going to have to work on, like everybody said, when along with his physicality. But as far as his feel for the game, he got it, man. Like he has a good feel for the game. He's offensively inclined, and you just gotta wait to see. You gotta throw him in the fire, and you gotta develop him. And you know what? Defense isn't all about one player. Sometimes it's about team defense. You need to put strong defensive players around them in the lineup. So does that mean you don't play the guy because he's not that good defensively when he's giving you multiple other things on the floor and contributing? No, you still play him. Shit, Joker is he can't move his feet worth of shit, but he's still Joker. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what I'm saying. Sabonis was cooked last time I checked on
yeah, so
defense.
but it is what it is, man. I like Danny, and that's all I got. If nobody else got none, we can move to the next player.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, the next player I got is Asa Newell he got drafted to Atlanta. Basically played at Georgia where Nick was at, and he was like a carbon copy of Nick. Basically, I didn't want him on his team. You know what I'm saying? Because he was just like Nick Claxton. But I'm gonna run through his numbers real quick. My dog might start barking. So the last game I'm gonna just go his last game. He didn't do too well in the first two games. He didn't get a lot of minutes, but he shot he was 7 for 18, 5 for 9 from the free throw line. He shot 38% from the field. The second game he shot 50% from the field. He had 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. You know what I'm saying? For Atlanta, and he could shoot. He could space the floor a little bit. So he did basically the same thing as Nick Claxton. He could bring the ball down. He didn't have as I don't say Nick was crafty at Georgia, but he don't have like the crossover. But he can bring the ball up. He can shoot the 3. He can rebound. He can block shots. Kind of athletic like Claxton. Like I said, carbon copy. But now in the league, he's shooting the 3. So what do y'all think about Asa Newell?
I think the Hawks got another good prospect. I mean, the Hawks, you could see what they're doing right now. They're building solid defensive players around Trae Young, which is the only way to make Trae Young work as an integral star piece of that team. Now you have guys like KP. They traded for they signed Nikhil Alexander-Walker. Like they got a lot of good defenders now around them. They also have Dyson Daniels and then Rubishier, who looks like he's gotten bigger as a player. Like they are definitely building a solid core as far as physicality goes. And Asa Newell is definitely going to be a good project for them. I mean, 6'11". Like if they can figure out his mechanics and get him some playing time somehow, because the Hawks should, because there's no guarantee Trae Young is going to sign a new contract, and it doesn't look like he will at this moment unless the Hawks could really have a deep playoff run this year. But they definitely made some really smart moves at this draft. I think they have another team's draft pick or something for 2026. So yeah, the Hawks are really they really did they were one of the best teams, I think, as far as this draft goes and as far as building their new nucleus right now. Like they have some really good young pieces. They added some good vet pieces, and I think the Hawks are going to be a team that nobody's looking at right now to be a potential top 6 in the weak East right now. But they're definitely a team to watch, and I hope this Newell kid could definitely grow his game on a young Hawks team, which is building a lot of good young pieces together right now. They are.
All right. Anybody here got anything else?
I don't really know too much about them, bro. Like, I guess I guess that takes them out of the Claxton week sweepstakes because they basically got a Claxton mini me. Um, so I mean,
And Jalen Johnson.
and Jalen Johnson coming back. So I mean, I guess more proud to him. I ain't really watched too much of him, bro. Like he seemed like he could rebound, he could run the floor, he could do some things, and working on his shot a bit, man. But Atlanta seemed like they trying to creep up in the East with all these light skinned niggas, man, that they got on the damn team, bro. They're trying to do something, but I mean, I know it's pretty much gonna fail. I'm doing a whole bunch of hating on them this year just off the strength, but it is what it is, man. Asa Newell is he all right though. Solid.
All right. That's what's up. Next player I got Andrew Nimhard's brother, Ryan Nimhard. You know what I'm saying?
I like dude, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. What you do? What his numbers? What his numbers?
His numbers. So he was slept on in the draft being an older player, right? So his preseason debut, he had 6 points, 12 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 steal in 26 minutes. And then he had a 10.1 rebound, 2-point game, and then 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assist game. But that last game that he had with the 12 assists was surprising because he impressed people in the when they had the draft scrimmages and stuff like that. He was impressing everybody. But like I said, he's older and he's 6 foot. But the Mavs, he got picked up by the Mavs, and that was a big game for him. 12 assists, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal.
Yeah. Oh shit. He only 6 foot.
Yeah,
If he only, I mean, he with the best person he could be with. You know what I'm saying? He with Jason Kidd. I think he make out all right. I don't know if he's gonna have a career as much as his brother because I think his brother a little taller and bigger than him. But you know, I think he make out all right with Jason Kidd as his head coach.
Yeah, so that's what he did in his little when he got a couple minutes to play. You know what I mean? He displayed 12. So in this draft, it seems like there are some guys who could dish the rock so far.
Yes, there are. Yes, they are. There seem like a lot of guys that are, more willing passes than anything. Even late in the draft, from the top of the draft all the way to down to maybe Danny Wolf and a couple of other players that got picked in the second round. We did like I shout out to the kid, man. Definitely. I mean, we all know mostly the whole if you the little brother of the big brother, bro, most likely 9 times out of 10 in the league, you're gonna suck. Just out off the strength, man. But I think they're gonna need his guard play early, because until Kyrie get back, because Cooper's kind of that, the do everything kind of guy for them right now, and they got AD in the spot that they want him in at power forward, but and a couple of other guys, man, that they got on the team, obviously, but with Max Christie, Klay Thompson. They got that. I ain't gonna lie, Dallas is kind of loaded over there, man.
Yeah, but their window is definitely small still at the end of the day. You know, with AD and Kyrie are in their mid-30s, but they definitely have a core that can be impactful and potentially win. But it really depends when Kyrie comes back. D'Angelo, that was just a precautionary move as far as they fill in. But I give it to the Mavs. They definitely have a team on paper that should be able to do well. But as we've seen with teams on paper, it's where you're at by the deadline. If the Mavs are a middling team, well, next year really is their last chance to really be a championship team. But they have Cooper Flag at the end of the day, which is their cheat code somewhat for the future. And yeah, I think the way they're using Cooper is so smart right now. He's the ultimate floater on their team right now. Any role they need, he's going to play it. So they're out like bandits getting Cooper Flag, man. And next week, we get Spurs versus Dallas, I think, to open up their season. So off the bat, we might get some Cooper, Dylan Harper one-on-one. play, which should be fun.
Yeah, that's possible. And I think obviously with the backcourt that Dallas has, if Dylan is getting like legitimate minutes, bro, like with the guard play that the Spurs have, I ain't gonna lie, the guard play, bro. I think the Spurs should have their way, unless AD and Cooper Flag decide, man, they just want to just take over the game. But I mean, you do got Wemby on that side, so that ought to be a game. But to Nimhard little brother,
Wemby
man, I
and
think he'd be all
AD,
right.
that's what we fun.
It should be. It should be. I mean,
Yo,
Wemby.
can I say that that Dylan Harper being with the Spurs is kind of criminal, man? Because listen,
It is. It is. We all wanted Dylan Harper. He should have been.
he don't. But they got Fox. Listen. Dylan Harper need to be somewhere where he's getting minutes, like minutes.
Right.
Like he don't really need to be in San Antonio, bro. In my opinion.
I mean, if that's the case, like, is it possible that you could say the same for Castle? Because I mean, I don't really know, like the guard play that they running over there. A lot of them dudes, him and Castle, bro, are downhill guards, bro. Like Castle could euro and take off with 2 feet and dunk on you. You know what I'm saying? And Dylan could do a little bit of the same thing. So it's really all about like. I kind of think they in the mix with kind of where the Warriors was when they had Steph and Monte, or like where Denver had when they had Nurkic and Joker. They just gotta, if they gonna trade one of them, they better make sure they keep the best player.
Do you guys think
So
it was a mistake for them to sign Fox that big deal? Like, is Fox going to be that real difference maker as a second star to Wemby, or should they have really invested more in Harper and Castle? Because one of them, like you just said, Leaf, will likely have to go if they want to get one more big upgrade to really go for it against a team like OKC. Like, it's unfortunate, but their guard depth will eventually be a problem if they want to make
to answer. My bad. To answer your question, I think that was a good idea, because anytime you sign somebody, bro, like you looking to make a big trade, especially when you sign them to a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So like the Spurs, they have more of a leverage because they are teams that want Castle. They are teams that want Dylan, and they all might be a couple of teams that want De'Aaron Fox. So I mean,
I don't know about Fox, but the other one, yes.
I say that. That's why I said a couple, bro. Like I ain't know about it, bro. Like so. The thing is like with this CBA, you got a big money point guard in Fox that you can make the money match if you want to make a big deal for somebody to add on and to Wemby to put alongside of Wemby to make sure you still have that money and still paying that money, or you could Stephen Castle to probably get more picks, or off Dylan Harper to probably get more picks. So I mean. They kind of, they got their own ways, man. Them Utah, it's a lot of teams that set up to really go after it, and when they go after the trade market and really dig in the trade market and go make a team out of some trades. So, and I think San Antonio is one of them with all the draft capital.
If anybody can make a monster offer for Giannis, it's the Spurs. Like we've all said, like they have the picks, they have Dylan Harper, and they have young pieces. Like if they want to form a superstar big three right now of Fox, Wemby, and Giannis, they can, and they will be the biggest competition in OKC. But I don't know if they want to make that move right now. But I mean, come on. You're facing OKC, and the Rockets just lost Fred VanVleet. Like, you got to ask yourselves, in 2 years, Shea's be making $80 million. Then they have to start selling off pieces. Like, the Spurs, you have a window if you make that move for Giannis. Like, it would be hard to stop a team like that.
And you got Dallas, who was already on the window with Cooper, AD, and Kyrie for, like, at least this year and next year. So, I mean... I think you got to if you the Spurs, you got a chance to run the table. But F them fuck
the Spurs. Hey, Ice, who's the next player?
Yeah, Joey's like, I want to talk shit about the Spurs.
Yeah, fuck them. Yeah, I'm with Joey. I don't know why. I don't know. I said all that good shit.
This the last player that was on the list that I got. There's probably more because the list is coming out real slow. But GM slowly leaking who they, who they thought was the draft. So it's Joan Behringer. I know y'all seen him in preseason. Center.
Minnesota, right?
Yeah, the dude from Minnesota, bouncy. I told you, Lee, this was Con Jones Jr., but you know what I'm saying? You ain't get the full display yet, but he's a little bit bigger, and he's only 18 right now still. So his numbers, he played 4 games. So Minnesota played 4 games. He played a lot of minutes, but he didn't do like super great, but he did good. All right, so he was 6 for 8 in one of the games, 75% from the field. 4 rebounds, 1 block. Then he was 1 for 3 in one game, 33%, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Yeah, four rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist. And then he was 1 for 2, 50% from the field, 1 game, 3 rebounds, 1 block. So he got a block the game, and his big game is like 10 points, 5 or 8 from the field, 62% from the field, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks. So he blocked every game that he played. He had a block in. You know what I'm saying? And he's still young and still learning. What y'all think about Joan Behringer?
He could definitely be a good project for Minnesota, but this is like one of those things where like he's on a team that's unfortunately has a lot of depth in front of him, and it's good depth. They have Rudy as their starter. You have Naz Reid and McDaniels. Like for him, it's going to be a patient game, a patient waiting game where you get your opportunities when they come and make the most of them. But like you said, his shot blocking ability, I think that's something that really was enticing why Minnesota wanted to draft him, and it gives them an option for a big piece in the future to use if, let's say, Minnesota decides to move some pieces around the board. Because let's remember, Minnesota is one of the most expensive teams in the West, and they've been to the Western Conference Finals twice, haven't got it to the finals yet. So this is like a huge year for Minnesota as far as Ant-Man, Gobert, and Randall to lead that team to getting to a finals appearance. If not, they're going to have to make some big moves because that's one expensive team. But Joan could definitely be a good, young, intriguing piece for them. He's just going to have to be patient with his opportunities because right now there's a lot of good depth in front of him right now.
Joe, you got anything on Joan Behringer?
Nah, I don't really know too much about him, bro.
All right, so now I'm talking about him. Joan, right? When I was scouting him, young player, I think he played overseas, very bouncy. I told leave Kai Jones because, bro, have you seen this big dude? He's 6'11". He can jump, he can leap, he can dunk on you. You know what I'm saying? He play a big, except he doesn't shoot that many. He don't shoot threes or anything like that yet. So you know what I'm saying? The jump shot, it was his problem. He's more of a, I say he's more of a rim runner than anything. He don't really do too much outside of the paint. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a hook shot there, but everything else that he does is a dunk, bro. He's just dunking everything. You know what I'm saying? So I like John said, probably a project guy for Minnesota. And then also drafting Ryan Ruocco. I think that's the name, Ryan Ruocco from Australia, the other 7-foot center, slim body. They got 2 centers in the draft. So like John saying, expensive. When they break it down, they got 2 young centers there. Ruocco shoots the 3, but he wasn't on the list. I'm just talking about him right now. But Behringer is the one with the size. He can run the floor and he will dunk. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they got with Behringer. Leaf is pulling right back up. Leaf, you got anything?
Let's get into this Nets talk though. I got some questions for the guys.
I'm gonna get into it real quick. Keegan Murray just got 5 years, 140, bro. That's disgusting.
What?
yes,
No way.
Hold on.
Where are they seeing that guy?
Leaf, hold on real quick. I had a question for y'all, bro. I had a couple of questions. What y'all think about the Grant Nelson signing today?
I don't understand what this organization is doing. Can we all acknowledge that Fambo was just a marketing prop by Joe Tsai to get money in his pockets?
Of course it was.
The guy's a billionaire. I mean, what do you need extra $1 million for? Listen, we all thought Fambo was going to get a 2-way because that's what the reports are saying. But you just used
him the same way they used the little Asian dude last year.
Yeah,
I said that they was
like,
using
what are we doing? Like this the problem with the organization. They're focused on profits. They've done well the last 10 years. I'll give them this. They turned this Nets organization to $1 billion organization, something Jersey can only dream to do for this Nets team. I'll give them that. I'll give them that. But at the end of the day, what are we doing here? Like, we're focused on profit over sustainability, profit over development, profit over actually building something real.
Hold on, John. You had to remember they had to get cool with China again, and
we gotta be cool with that. Don't get us a pick. What was the point?
We don't get the pick. We don't get the pick, but we did what Joe Tsai did as an owner. He did the NBA a favor, got cool with China again.
Yeah, he got paid a few extra $1 million for Fambo, man. I feel bad for Fambo. Like, Fambo, it was his opportunity. You could tell he was rusty.
We all knew Fambo wasn't getting a spot, man. But to talk about Grant Nelson, bro, I first heard his name 2 years ago when I popped up on a Breezy stream. Actually, I first heard his name a couple of years ago, and in college, he looked okay. He had good height, good wingspan, bro. Like, I mean, There was a lot of things on this game that probably should have been worked on. Or I don't know if it was worked on because I didn't see him as much. Saw him a little bit in the summer league. He could finish at the basket. He could get there. He could get downhill. He kind of looked like a jack of all trades type of player. You know what I'm saying? But I first heard his name a couple of years ago when we got on Breeze page like in the beginning stages. And I thought he was gonna come out 2 years ago, but he did stay. I guess hopefully that helped him. But Grant Nelson, I'm okay with it.
Nah, I
Okay
just
with him
don't.
being the spot.
Grant Nelson didn't even play at all, and Fanbo just got discarded like nothing, man. Like to me, I felt like
John,
such
it
a
sounded
weak
like
move.
you wanted Fanbo over Grant
I
Nelson.
mean,
For
Fanbo
a
he
two-way,
did
like
have that injury though.
Joey, for the two-way. I'm not saying this guy was a future part of our core or anything like that, but a lot of Brooklyn-based people were excited seeing what this kid could do. And I just feel like Joe Desai, that was all BS. It was like,
And
I
he
get a
used
few
them the
million
same way
dollars.
he used every Asian dude, bro.
Like I get a few $1 million just by putting this kid's face in for a few minutes. And you got a guy like Derek White, who we knew was on the chopping block, just sitting on the bench watching this kid who thought he was going to get two-way, just get scored like nothing. Like, come on, man. Like, this is Sean Mark's problem.
But what if he wasn't? What if he wasn't showing promise in camp and all of that though? Because you notice that most of the players that didn't get too much burn in preseason got cut. Derek didn't get too much burn; he got cut. And Fanbo didn't get too much burn either; he got cut. So,
I mean, yeah, I can't really cry about these two-way spots on it, like because I mean it is what it is, man. I mean the only person that's probably gonna wink a eye about it or she'll probably think twice about it is Ice because he love these G League two-way niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Damn.
but I mean, like me personally, bro, I'm focusing on us, on top to bottom on 1 to 9 and what we gonna build through there. You know what
right.
I'm saying? So I mean,
At the end of the day, the real purpose besides Joe Desai making money is that Sean Marks is taking the super cheap route by signing all these guys to Long Island because he wants to get over the minimum salary floor without having with saving that $15 million that he really wants to preserve to next year's deadline. He better do something with that extra $1 million because we just made the G League like super strong with signing like 8 dudes in the last 2 days. Like,
oh
and
yeah, our
Bambo's
G
trying to
League
be a
team is gonna be
casualty.
cracked up, bro. But at the
Yeah.
same time, if you want G League dudes on the NBA roster and you want them to do something, bro, you better go to Miami. 'Cause that shit ain't gonna work over here, bro. Like I think, bro, anything that's been tried already, bro, like can't really be duplicated in the championship form. The NBA gonna see that shit coming, bro. This league evolves very, very fast. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So I got Hey
Hold on,
Jay, is
hold
Jay
on,
there?
hold on. He's still there. Let me say something about
What
Fanbo.
happened?
And Grant.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. I would have preferred Fanbo over Grant. Fanbo, like I said, Fanbo's more skilled. He got more to offer. Grant can't shoot a three at all. Like he's not a 3-point shooter. He's more of a slasher, and you know how those do on a team. Slasher and the energy guy. So I prefer Fanbo to be on the two-way so he can go down to the G instead of just being in the G.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to make a point of. He would get G League burned, but like Grant Nelson, like we just found our new tank commander. His name is Grant Nelson. Everybody, welcome to the club. Like, come on. Like,
To be fair, we don't know if he gonna get the last two, if he gonna get a two-way spot or if it's a standard contract. There's no context about what kind of contract he's gonna get.
was Timmy on a two? Well, Timmy was on a two-way ice, right? Or was he on a standard deal?
He was on a two-way, and then they gave him a little small standard contract after he came.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Little and Etienne are still on two ways. They need to fill the last one. I guess it goes to Grant Nelson because he showed up late. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Joey.
No. So me and Ice was talking about this backstage. It's looking like the last spot is going to round down. It's going to be between Tyrese Martin and Jalen Wilson. Who do y'all prefer between those two?
Martin.
Stick around.
Martin, cheap vet, because we keep talking about this vet stuff. Keep this guy. The guys like him. He's not going to be too impactful in the court, but he will give you some good minutes. Wilson had all the opportunities last year. Drop the
That
ball
just
and
sounds
just hasn't proved
insane. Let's
nothing.
keep the one that's not impactful. That's a great
Well, I mean,
idea.
it's a strategic move. And he is a little impactful. He averages 9 points. That's not bad, but it's not
I'm saying,
spectacular.
but it was just your rationale. Like, yeah, the one who's least impactful, that's the guy we need for the team so we
Well,
can be
he's got
worse.
Jay,
Crazy
he's got a
work.
lot more credit from his peers than Wilson. Nobody's even complimented Wilson. I don't think
No,
Wilson's
I'm
got a
not
compliment
talking
from
about
anybody
their
this year.
assessment. I'm talking about your assessment. Your assessment was let's keep the least impactful guy.
Well,
That's why I'm
he's a
laughing
vet,
at.
but he's a
Hey,
vet though, Jay. But Jay, you keep talking about having vets on his team. He's a vet. I mean, what
hey,
else do
hey,
you want me to
But
say?
that's neither here nor
He
there.
is
I'm
not a
just
vet. He only been
mentioning
in the
your
league for 2
assessment
years.
of let's keep the least impactful guy
Okay,
possible.
so who do you want to keep out of Wilson? Let me hear your impactful answer. Who do you want to keep?
John, hold on. Since we got Jay and Breezy back, let's run it back since they wasn't here and for the Grant Nelson.
Nah, I was here. I was listening to y'all though.
Okay,
I
so
was
what do
letting
you
y'all
think
get this.
about the
Oh,
Grant
great.
Nelson signing that the Nets? What do
Grant
you think about
Nelson.
that?
Me personally, he's like if Danny Wolf don't work, but I got a lot of confidence in Danny Wolf. And to be honest with you, I ain't putting no stock in Grant Nelson. Show me some. You know what I mean? I'm already invested in like 5 new players, man. Now we got him too. Like, man, nah, bro. You get in line, man. Show me something, bro. Yeah.
Okay,
We're
so
an
Man,
so
auto
I
parts
think
factory.
the Nets is just trying to pull some financial gymnastics, and they signing people and letting people go just to
Nigga
try
said
to meet.
financial gymnastics.
Yeah, they just trying to meet the
Hold the
salary
fuck
floor.
up.
So it's
I
like
ain't
we gonna
never heard
pay
no shit
him,
like
get
that.
rid of him. Like, didn't they sign somebody and get rid of him the same day?
I think so,
yeah,
It was
yeah.
the guy
somebody
from
they signed and
Kansas.
got rid of the same day just
So,
because they trying to pay
Uh
people to get to the
Terry
salary
Roberts.
floor.
Yeah.
That was Terry
Hey,
Roberts.
uh
Like this,
So
Jay,
it was
I don't
it
get
was
it,
somebody that
bro.
did that
yeah,
shit. I don't
Jay.
remember.
Who
Jay,
the
it was
back
hell
to
is
the back
Tony
to hold on real
Roberts?
quick. Jay,
three
back to
players.
the
Terry Roberts, Breeze. He was signed to
John,
Long Island
hold on.
yesterday.
Yeah, they all
But
lost.
Jay,
I
Tony
think Joey trying
Robbins.
to say something.
Jay, I just want to get back to the Tyrese Martin, Jalen Wilson, debate on who we should keep between the two. Who would you pick since you didn't agree with what John said? Who would you pick
See,
between the two?
John was missing my point. I didn't say I agreed or disagreed with him. I just was laughing at the fact that he said, "Hey, let's keep the least impactful guy. That's why we should keep him." Like, as a reason why we should keep him, because
It's a
he
valid
thinks that
reason.
he's bad.
Understood. So who would you pick though, bro? Who would you pick though? Besides Wilson.
Um, shit, probably. I don't know, whoever could play small forward best. So I guess that's probably Jalen Wilson because we don't need as many guards.
Okay.
But either way, I don't mind keeping either one of them. They both decent players, you know what I mean? But I guess if I had to choose right now, whichever one is going to play less guard minutes.
All right.
I don't
What
got a
about you?
problem with
What
that.
about you, Leaf?
Between who and who?
Wilson and Martin.
I would say damn. I actually had my mind made up for a minute. Now I'm thinking because Jalen Wilson, bro, like I think he could get going as a shooter, but I don't think he a better shooter than Tyrese Martin. I think that shooter spot off the bench, Tyrese Martin or either Tyrese Martin or Derek Whitehead was gonna fill. And I think the fact that we got other dudes that could do what Jalen Wilson could do, like Drake Powell and a couple other and Zaire Williams, bro. Like I think I would keep Wilson just off the strength of that sharp shooter spot. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because I think he could get it going. He already had what is now known as the Tyrese Martin game. Um and obviously Ice was butting my ear off about, yo, did you see it? Did you see it? Yeah, I saw it, nigga. I'm like, of course I saw it.
You
So
watched that in slow mo.
yeah, I watched, bro. I not only watched it, I replayed it slow motion, instant replay, bro, on my page. So I mean, so yeah, I would keep Tyrese Martin just basically because the wing position is a little bit more stacked on our team than we like to believe, especially in terms of versatility and defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the guard
We
and the
still
wing
got Terrence.
position are both stacked on our team.
Yeah. We got We still got Terrence, man. We don't really have no minutes for Drake Powell. We got Zaire Williams, who just signed on the dotted lines for been signed a good old boy contract. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is, man. So I mean, bye, Jalen.
All
Sorry.
right. So what about you, Breeze? Who you taking? Martin or Wilson for the last spot?
I'm taking more, and he showed more of a. I think he showed more of a streaky, like he could get hot, score 30. I never seen Jalen Wilson score 30. Yeah, Jalen Wilson, he got the intangibles, but in NBA, I didn't see him do anything that make him stand out. Far as if
Right.
we would want to quote unquote, put him on a trade block and see what we could get back for him. I think if there's a contending team and they could pick either Tyrese Martin or Jalen Wilson, they're gonna go with Tyrese Martin.
Okay.
I think Tyrese
Very
Martin,
interesting.
he's someone that Orlando might be looking at. To be
Right.
honest with you,
Right.
I did just kind of due diligence on my own the other day, and I was like, yo, because of Jawan Howard. So I'm like, yo, I don't know what we could get from, you know what I'm saying, Orlando but they're gonna need scoring. They trying to compete right now, but when you look at their offense going into next season, they 27th in the league. You know what I'm
Right.
Yeah,
saying? So
that's
they're gonna need
embarrassing.
they would need somebody like Tyrese Martin. So I'm saying that to say he will put Sean Marks in the driver's seat on negotiating with, you know what I mean, a competitive team come knocking. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What
That's
about
true.
Ice? I think I know who Ice gonna pick. Go ahead, Ice.
You already know I'm right. I'm going with my boy Reese. You know what I'm saying?
Bias.
What
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even
what
know
about
why you
Tell him
asked
why.
that nigga that
y'all don't
question,
care
bro.
about
Tell
Jalen
him
Wilson
why.
Summer League
Don't do
MVP?
that. Don't do that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't even know why you
Tell him
asked
Well,
that
why.
nigga
no,
that question, bro. Like,
this is
Hey,
what's happening?
this is a serious conversation because Wilson got drafted here. Tyrese had to work to get on the team.
That's a
Now,
fact.
you know what I'm saying? Now you looking at who would you rather keep? And I'm not saying it's not close because Jay Wills do things in transition that Reese don't do, but Reese do a little bit more. He offers you a little bit more than Jalen. And I think now that the team is actually moving the ball, Jalen Wilson might come in handy. But you were saying, like you just said, I'm glad I ain't had to say it this string. You see how he closed the game, you know what I'm saying, for the Nets in preseason. So ain't nothing, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? They didn't call Jalen Wilson to do that. They put Tyrese in the game
That's
and
a
he
fact.
closed the game with Wolf. So I think we seen a little bit more from Reese than we did Jalen Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Wilson is more of a transition rebounding guy, and I want to say spot up 3-point shooter. And
Right.
I don't think he's as
I
consistent.
think Tyrese shooting and scoring ability basically outweighs his. I will give you that, and I think we're gonna need a lot of that off the bench. Transition threes basically run the NBA. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And I think Tyrese Martin could fill that void. I think Jalen Wilson was just making up for a lot of things, bro, that he really didn't have. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you get drafted in this league and you 6'8" and you ain't got a dunk in 2 years, bro, you don't need to be on my team, bro. Like, bro.
Stupid.
Mark can
Hey,
also
real
create
quick.
his own shot. Wilson can't, so it's
I
even
got
more
this.
of a
I
simple
wanted to
reason.
ask this last question. I wanted to really ask this to Breezy and Jay starting off because when I heard this news, they popped up in my head. So they said that the BK block is going away this year at the Barclays. How do y'all feel about that?
Wait, what? You
Yeah,
what?
I ain't want to. I knew that I ain't want to spoil you that. You know what I mean? Just throw that in there. But
Yo,
I think that
When they
they
announced that today,
slacking. They
Yeah,
slacking
today.
on their macking. You know what I'm saying? On some real for real. Like for them to do something like that in a year like this, where again you supposed to have the fans tapped into these rookies. There's a history was made. We want to, you know what I mean? See what's going on, and you take away the one essential, the best thing that you like. Let me explain what the BK block is, Joey. The BK block when the on the big screen. Some people watch the game on the big screen. Some people watch the game just looking at the court when you in there. You know what I mean? So the BK block when it's time to do chants, for everybody else to do the chants, the BK block starts the chants. The whole energy of how loud and live it be in the building, it is because of the BK block. They started. It's like a fucking choir, for lack of better words. You know what I'm saying?
so if
If
they
you in
go,
that
who gonna
section,
fill
you
them
supposed to
seats?
root. You supposed to root for the team.
the
If you in
seats,
that section and they taking
the,
that away, that is not a good look on us
the
Oh, that
seats
at all,
ain't even
bro.
the seats ain't even a real section, bro. They just put that section there just for us.
that's
That's
crazy.
what I'm saying. Be
And now
respectful.
they're about to basically smoke it like a Philly blunt
But you
and
know what?
bring.
Last year, at the end of the year, they said they was remodeling part of the Barclays and they was putting a new section. I think it's called the Row, but I think that section is going where the BK Block was. That's why. Like they had mentioned it while we was there last year that they was putting a new section. And I was like, yeah, where? And then they had pointed. I was like, huh, wait. It looked like it's kind of over here, kind of. Is it?
Yeah, it looked like over where we was sitting that day, bro, in the Memphis game, bro. Like,
Yeah, and the shit that's crazy is I figured that, but I wasn't 100% sure because I didn't get like any communications from the block saying it was over, but I didn't get any communications saying about what was going on this year for the preseason or whatever. Remember, I told y'all that. I was like, they ain't hit me for the media day shit. Shit was fishy.
Oh, so they're like on
yeah,
a sabbatical right now. It's not fully done. It's just they're waiting to see where that spot
they
is.
ain't going on a sabbatical. Them niggas is leaving, man. They packing their bags.
Hey, the only reason they're doing that is because they have no faith in Sean and Joe. And for Sean and Joe, you got to make this year, as far as who you get next year, count, because a lot of Brooklyn based members, their faith is being tested. Now we have Brooklyn Nets people calling each other out on Twitter saying you're sad, good for nothing. It's like, listen, look at what happened with the last 10 years. No other team in the NBA has gone through what the Nets have gone through, which is where we think we finally hit a cross in the road where we're hitting something. We're actually building something. It's like that all goes to hell. It's like the base just wants sustainability. They want a season where even if we're not going to win a title, we're competing for something, and it's like it's hard to
Yeah,
know you're
that's
going to
true.
like
That's
last 3
true,
years
Gun. I hear
competing for
what you're
nothing.
saying. I hear what you're
Like they
saying, but
wanted
at the same
something before.
but at the same time, I hear what you're saying, but you know what? That sustainability ain't gonna happen overnight, brother. I mean, we
Of course.
rebuilding, and people don't want to consistently see negative shit 24/7, and the fucking season ain't even start yet. And niggas is fucking and
Especially when
niggas
they
is
spending
niggas
their
is
hard
talking
earned
shit.
money on these games, bro. Like
Right, but
for real.
niggas is
For real.
talking shit
Right.
about our players and saying they ain't gonna be shit in the
Yo, did you get the
league.
Memphis Pelicans game? They're only charging $4 to watch their game next week. That's
And
insane.
that's messed
Four
up, bro. I ain't gonna lie
dollars?
to you. $4
Yo,
to the
John
$4
Moran,
for
get
that,
out of
bro.
here,
Like
bro.
that's I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of
That's
disgusting.
insane.
Being the fact that Zion they was about to give the lead to Zion and or John Morant at
four
one point. But
dollars.
I
That's
will say,
insane.
but yeah, you absolutely right.
Shit, I'm about to get a ticket.
Yeah, you absolutely, Joe, Joe, you absolutely right, bro. This ain't gonna be built overnight. John, you absolutely right, but it's hard on money being spent on these tickets, bro. Like we are tops, we even though we in the shitter, bro, we are a top 6 grossing franchise in terms of market
Right.
value. And
And
you
that's
know
the
what I'm saying?
screwed up
So like, I
thing.
mean,
That's the screwed up thing.
so what that means is the top of the mountain, top of the ownership is making a lot of bread
Regardless.
successful or not. So, I mean, it is. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not mad at niggas for leaving, but as far as that Twitter shit go, bro, I did see Bree's video. As far as that Twitter shit go, I don't even know what's going on Twitter, bro. I'm on YouTube.
Nah, but
You
it
know
was
what I'm
I
saying?
think it was BK Nets 85. He was saying that the spaces be like a fucking doomsday because there's so much negativity and people just like it's
I
like
don't be
a
on Twitter Spaces, bro.
yeah, I don't be
I'm
on
on
that shit
YouTube.
either. I don't be
I
on
mean,
that shit
But
either.
but
I
what's
thought
the
this shit was
complaint?
weird from Jump Street.
The complaint was basically that again, there was no one saying anything specific about one or this or that content creator. And at the end of the day, I think that far as disagreeing, yeah, it's easy to do that when you know what I'm saying. There's one mic, and then you know what I mean. That could be complicated. Imagine you just in the chat, you trying to listen, and you can't even agree or disagree because you don't know who arguing what. You're like, damn, who said that? Especially if it ain't no cameras. You're like,
That's
damn, I
true.
don't even know
That's
who
true.
said that.
But
You're trying to figure out who said what, and that's what I mean. Like giving
No,
us,
I
giving.
think it was I think it's more it's certain fans are rooting against the Nets or certain players on the net so they can feel so they can be so they can
Vindicated.
feel right in their
Yeah.
argument. So they can
Yes.
be like, I told you so. I
Yeah.
told you so.
Yeah, no,
That
no,
type
no.
of
But
shit.
that part, no, but that's what I said. I'm against. I'm not trying to be bigger than basketball. I'm here because of basketball. I love basketball. So I'm not never trying to make my point and
Right.
just
I know
my
you not
content
Breeze, but
gotta
it's
be
niggas out
bigger
there
than back.
like that
No,
though.
but
It's
nah. But since I'm saying it do fuck up the game. It's a stain on the jacket of the game. You making the game look bad. You don't have to be right. You could be wrong. Your takes could be
right.
wrong.
It's
You know what
like
I'm
niggas
saying?
would
Like
rather see
it's
their
okay.
team do good and be bad and right than to see their team do
Mhm.
good.
I
Like
mean,
Right.
it's a lot of truth to that, bro. Like, I listen. I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, it's like my wish, and I ain't never said this out loud. My wish is, bro, that 2-3 days from now, Cam Thomas get his 4-year, $100 million contract.
Whoa.
And that's my wish, bro. It's just a lot of wishes that I got, bro. I wish Claxton was better in traffic. I wish our centers and our bigs was better in traffic. I wish that we knew definitively who our starting point guard was. I wish Jaeger was just as good as the top 7 picks in this draft. It's a lot of things that I'm hoping for. I'm not even hoping for because I don't live by the whole creed. I'm wish. Should I need
From the
that
Wicked
genie?
Nigga Wood tribe.
Yeah. I need that I need that genie in the lamp shit, bro. Like I don't need
It's
that
the
hope.
bust or bust. Sponsored
Yeah.
by
Listen,
Lee.
all I'm saying is I'm not trying to play
Nah,
the
I ain't
blame
say the
game.
monster.
I'm not
I'm
trying to
kidding
play
with
the
you,
blame.
bro.
I
I'm
did
kidding
that
with
shit.
you.
I did that shit last year with goddamn Ace Bailey, bro. And y'all see what's going on in preseason. So I mean,
I'm not trying to play. I'm not trying to play the blame game because the blame game ain't gonna get us nowhere, bro.
that's
It's
true. I
about
mean, I'm not playing
it's
the blame
about
game, but it's a
it's
lot
a
of
no.
things I do
I'm not
wish
talking
for.
about nobody here. I'm just speaking in general about the way the Nets is today, right? The fandom. I'm not trying to play the blame. I'd rather be wrong and my team be good than to be right and my team be bad. It's like
Hell yeah.
people want to feel vindictive through their arguments, like
Right.
you know what I mean, like. What's the goal? Like, do you really want to see your team be good, or do you just want to be right, nigga? Like, I don't know.
And
That's
because
more
it's
important to you. Like,
and you know what, Joey? Because of situations like that is the reason why niggas don't come out to their team is doing good.
I think it just comes down to, Joe, is that they want the young guys to actually be part of those accolade awards. For 10 years, none of our young players have ever touched one of those awards. And it's like disappointing because in this new CBA, you have to bank on giving your young guys as much playing time as possible. It's not like earn those awards, but be your foundational guys. You can't just go get 3 stars anymore and say, hey,
yeah,
we
I
did a great
understand
job.
that,
We
John,
rebuilt
but
and we
getting pissed
cheated at the
off
same
about it,
time.
but that's true. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't be agitated and irritated with some of the shit that go on in Nets world too. But to sit there and just keep beating on the past and talking about the what ifs and we should have did this and that shit not gonna solve nothing, bro. We gotta work with what we got right now, and we just gotta be positive and hope shit starting to shake. It can't get any
Yeah.
worse. It can only get better. In the words of my
Yeah,
man Mike
hey,
Geronimo.
like you always say, my
Us-
friend Joey, win, lose, or draw, we're here. No matter who we disagree or agree about, we always come back and have these conversations. That's what separates the professional Brooklyn base from some Brooklyn base members that think they're always right, and when they're wrong, they don't want to admit it. At the end of the day, we've all admitted. Like I even give Seraph his credit. I said, "Wow, I didn't think Seraph would do much," but I acknowledged the 11 assists on Breezy's show the other day. Like that's how you know you're a real fan from a guy that's trying to like you said, Joe, just be all negative all the time. Like I hope these guys develop, but really, the anger is more at Joe and Sean Marks. It's not even at each other. It's the
Nah,
fact that
but
those guys have had
but
10 years
I'm
and
just
haven't
saying,
done
most of
anything.
that shit ain't gonna
but
get us
not
nowhere, bro. It ain't
right, but
not.
not. But this is why I be saying to Joey and other fans like that be talking like the way Joey talking is I just study the game, bro. When I look at how did like Byron Scott get the Nets to the championship? I mean, at least you know what I mean. How did he get there? How did they get to the finals? It
He
was their
didn't. It was
defense.
Jason Kidd.
It was trust me. It's not just a player. In my opinion, this is just my. Let me just finish the soliloquy. And again, of course, I'm not taking anything away from what Kidd did, but he's a player. I mean, in contrast to Thibodeau, he wasn't playing just 5 players, 6, 7 players. He was playing 10 players, and these players was playing significant minutes. And when we won the championship, that was consistent with what I read in the book from Teaneck to Brooklyn. Like I'm studying the game and I'm learning this. So I don't be personalizing to how we can win. And I'm saying that to say Jason Kidd was in the backcourt. Anytime we had any success with the Nets, it was because of the backcourt. That's why another reason why I be going, you know what I'm saying? Same what I say about Cam Thomas. Because again, respectfully, y'all might find other players that y'all like more, but in the backcourt, you know what I'm saying? He hold his own when he got a teammate next to him. Any teammate.
Right,
You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
you know, in
My
the
thing is
championship, bro. Hold on, let me just say this to Joey real quick. To end the soliloquy, bro. 10 players are being significant in that rotation opposed to 5, 6, or 7. That's more what I'm saying. And going forward with us, you could put Cam Thomas one of those 10. He should be instrumental in the championship roster. But go ahead, Joey.
No, I'm just talking about like, and I'm not saying everybody in this world is like this, but it's just a lot of toxic people, man. Like somebody made a post and it was so true. They was like, it was that one preseason game where all of our rookies played well. Saraf played well. Danny played well. What's the other kid name? Powell played well. You crickets. Nobody was posting about how good they played well. It was very, very minimum. But let them drop the ball or stink it up. It's a million posts about, oh, why did we pick these guys? Oh, they
Exactly.
ain't
You
this,
know
they
why
ain't
that
that.
is?
It's just like I just don't understand it. It's just like niggas
I
just
do.
seem to be more
I
negative
do
than
too.
positive.
I
And
know.
it's
I
I
do
know
crazy.
too.
why. But
I
in
gotta say
this,
one thing, Leaf, before you go, cause I know you talk for a while. Not no disrespect. I just feel like my moms used to always tell me, "You get you gonna get talked about when you don't do when you do the wrong thing, but when you do something right, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you were supposed to
I
do."
don't know, Jay. I just think
I
it's a
just
little
know
bit different
I'm
when it
not
comes to
saying it's
sports,
right.
though,
I'm not
bro.
saying it's right, Joey. I just know that's how a lot of people think. Like when you do
true.
what you're supposed to do, niggas ain't saying nothing about it because that's what you were supposed to do.
I just think a lot of niggas just need negativity like they need oxygen, and they need that shit. And it's like,
You,
yo,
you,
I mean,
you know,
Twitter
Joey,
in a nutshell, bro. Like,
you,
I
you know
mean,
what, Joey, you know what? In the
Oh, let
spirit
Leaf
of,
go. I cut him off. My bad, Joey. Let
oh,
Leaf go right quick.
it's
okay.
basically Twitter in a nutshell. The reason why they gonna come, the reason why they gonna aim the gun at these players as soon as they do bad, it's typical reason, bro. Because these not the niggas that they wanted. That's what all it really is. It's not the niggas that they wanted, bro. And the fact that we had 5 first round picks and a lot of Nets fans and a lot of Nets spaces look at this draft board and they don't see maybe but 1 or 2 people that they had on the draft board and none of them which they wanted. I keep people names out of it, bro. But I could say for a fact, 5 of these players, I say at least 4 of them, they didn't want. This is one of the reasons why they don't really want it to work. They waiting for these dudes to turn into some astronomical shit, as opposed to looking at the skill sets and assessing the skill sets and how they fit on the teams and how they fit with the players around them, like I do with Danny Wolf.
but not
You know what I'm
only
saying?
that,
So
and not only that, like Jay said, people want instant gratification. And you know what? Guess what? You're not going to get instant gratification during a fucking rebuild. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. So get
Definitely,
over it. Like, it's not
definitely.
going to happen, bro. It takes time, especially when you building from the bottom with a young team. You feel what I'm saying? So, especially when you're a team that didn't have their draft picks up until last season. Like, what do some of these people be thinking? I don't understand. Like, are y'all really paying attention to the landscape and the cards that the team is dealt? Because I don't get it. Because some of y'all be acting like the Nets just picked in the lottery the last 5 seasons, and they still some shit. Like, I don't know.
You know what, Joey? In the spirit of Brooklyn-based unity, why not for the first game next Wednesday? All Brooklyn-based members, let's root for a win. The season, we don't know what's going to be. We know the results kind of going to be. But for the first game of the season, let's all Brooklyn-based members throughout Twitter, throughout every base whatsoever in Brooklyn, let's all root for a W together. Let's all be united for one night instead of being against
And
each other on
again, and
how we should
again,
get to where we
like
want to get to. Why don't we do
and
that?
and the words of Claude
One night.
Smith or whatever his name is, I'm not trying to say put lipstick on a pig. I'm not trying to say you got to be Mister Positivity and you got to agree with everything the team do. But listen, if you can bash your team when they down or when they do something bad, you can big them up when they do something good. And if you can't do that, you a fake ass fan, in my opinion. That's just is what it
Wow.
is.
Marlene's calling out my friend Jay from BK and Podthorn as the biggest contributors to toxicity on Twitter. Wow. Marlene threw some smoke at me too the other day. Marlene, I debate people no matter what. Like, you've never been on a podcast. I've never seen you on anybody's podcast. You talk a lot of crap, but please, my friend Ice will throw the link to you. If you want to come talk to us, come talk to us. Don't just throw names to throw names because we actually do bring context to our discussions. But you guys go. I address that.
look,
Damn, what
listen,
Marlene do to you?
Nah,
man,
You
listen.
she
you
called
up,
me out
Marlene?
last stream. No, she called me out last stream saying I'm like I glaze all these players and whatnot. And I'm like, what are you
I'm
talking
saying
about?
she obviously just listens to the podcast.
Equal opportunity
Nah.
cooker, bro. Like that's what I'm feeling. John, I don't got no problem with what you said, bro. Like, and I don't even know the
No.
situation,
Yo,
I'm
but I
just
appreciate
will,
it, Lee.
saying
Yo, appreciate it, Lee. Appreciate it. I'm just being fair.
but I will say this, bro. Like,
if she's an astute listener, you can't be mad at her for that.
but I will say this, bro. As a person that's in a better, moving in a better spot in my life, man. I'm be honest with you,
Damn, she
bro.
just threw a shot at John.
The only thing that's
And
gonna
she
bring
missed Joey.
now?
Joey, and she missed Joey. So she
the
could
only
try
the
again.
only
now?
But
thing
she
the
missed
only
you.
thing that's gonna bring me some type of souvenirs, bro, like is just calling the games, just to call the games. I'll be honest with you, bro. Like if y'all don't see me on these podcasts, basically doing the reviews or whatever, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like it's time, bro. I done reached that point in my life to where, bro, like this black and white hat is always gonna be worn, but I gotta wear this. I gotta take it with a grain of salt. There's other people around me that's gonna feel crazy and gonna go crazy about certain shit that's going on.
It's a little
Just
faded, but he still got it on.
yeah. No, it's not faded at all. It's actually brand. It's actually brand new. It's actually brand new. It's listen. It's I ain't gonna say it's
Now the
part of
faded
one.
one got more character. Know what I mean, one of the ones
Yeah,
that
I
you
gotta
know
get a
you
new
been
joint. My
had.
joint faded.
Yeah. The faded one do got more character, but the new one you see me with, and it looked way more swaggier, bro.
Crispy
So
and
yeah,
crispy.
it looked way more crispier. So I mean, what I will say is that, bro, like I gotta do less stressing myself out about this, man. My woman was telling me, she was like, come on, just watch some movies and whatever, man. And I had to do that,
Hey man,
you know what I'm
hey
saying?
Claude,
So
don't tell me what nobody need a lecture on. If you don't like what I say and you don't agree with it, then move on. You don't tell me what to say up here. How
Nah,
about
Claude
that?
Smith
Close
too
your
is
ears.
welcome. Claude's always welcome to come debate us. I've wanted to debate this guy for years. Like Claude, you want to come talk? Come talk basketball. It's like people who just say stuff to say stuff on comment section.
All he
Come
do is talk
debate
shit.
us.
Oh no, all he
Like it's
do
not
is
hard
talk
to
shit in
find
the
us.
all he do is talk shit in the comments and then tell people to stop cursing. That's
Yo,
all he do.
seriously,
And talk
seriously, and
about
I
the Knicks.
Listen. Claude is an elderly man, man. He just wants some family
Man,
friendly
I don't
PBS
care.
content.
Listen, you gotta
Yo,
understand.
family
Let me
friendly.
shut up.
he
Let me shut up.
he just wants some family friendly PBS content so he could watch in his rocking chair,
Nah,
man.
he
Leave
sound like
Claude
one of
alone.
the he sound like one of those old people that's stuck in their way. You know how those so you meet those
Yeah, he
old
want the
people.
young people off his lawn.
Yeah, he just mean to them and he feel like they gotta take it. Well, guess what? I ain't one of them young people. I respect my elders. But if you get out of pocket, I'll bite your head off.
oh, Joey, damn, Joey.
Oh man, like yeah, nah. So I seen Breezy talk about the other night. My internet was messing up. You know what I'm saying? As far as Nets Twitter being toxic and negative. You know what I'm saying? I didn't catch the whole conversation because I was still live on TikTok. But I seen it because I thought about doing a live about that. But really, is there a lot of negativity on Twitter for the Nets area, a section of Twitter that is that bad? Because I'm on Twitter a lot, you know what I'm saying? I'm on TikTok a lot. I know some folks see the I wouldn't even call it negative. They don't like what the Nets is doing do things in a certain way. Like we know they ain't draft the right. I wouldn't say they ain't draft the right people. They ain't draft the people that we wanted, right? But you can always see what they trying to do and make a positive out of it. You know what I'm saying? So is it Nets Twitter bad or are they just pointing out the stuff that they don't like? You know what I mean?
Bro, it's a difference between saying, yo, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this, bro. But if you on Nets Twitter and you call yourself a fan of the team and you don't like nothing, bro, you telling me you don't like nothing the team did. I don't know, bro. I gotta question your fandom, bro, because it just sounds like you just want to be mad just to be fucking mad. That's just my opinion. It's no way. Even with us tanking right now, we could find some positives on this young team. We found positives. We like, yo, we like Danny Wolf. Yo, Serapis look like he's doing all right. Like, yo, Powell can be good for us if he can stay healthy. I mean, but if you're just consistently negative 99% of the time, bro, you need to reevaluate yourself, bro. That's just my opinion.
Right. Like wouldn't it be petty if I made a vlog saying you could pay Alan Crabb, but you can't pay Cam Thomas? That'd be petty. Why would I just push content like that when it could be all negative? You feel what I mean?
Right.
Not gonna do that.
Exactly. I don't know, but whatever, man. Listen, I know it's hard times in Nets world right now. Listen, man, things are not looking up. Like I said, we starting from the bottom, but you know what? It is what it is, man. It's beauty in the struggle, man. That's the way I look at it. I'm gonna be focusing
Facts, it
on,
Right.
builds character.
yeah. So,
Yeah, it do. Net fan character, you know what I'm saying?
right.
I mean,
Look, no,
I got
seriously,
a
like,
dope
hold on.
ass Averex that got a bunch of little scratches and marks on it. But it's all the
Yeah.
shit that happened over the years that builds
Okay.
character and make the jacket look cooler.
Right, right.
Right.
You know what I mean? And on that note, right, Jay, it's like if it was the other way around and fans had attributes the same way in like 2K, you know what I'm saying? Like I know I probably had like 100% optimism, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, Breeze, let me
Oh,
ask you
like,
this question. When is the
yeah.
Barclays more rocking? When we in there up by 25 or when it's a tight game at the end of the game and we hit that game winning shot? Like,
That's a good.
like
It's two different
I
energies.
think
That's
the
more
game
like
winner it takes the cake, man. The game winner
that's
ain't
what
nothing
I'm
like a
saying.
game
It's
winner.
like more
yeah.
energy when you gotta fight. When you know you up, niggas is
Hmm.
leaving earlier to beat the traffic. Niggas
That's
not
true.
staying
That's
Yeah.
for the
true.
blowout. But when it's
Yeah.
a tough game and you gotta fight and you gotta look at your teammates and say what we about to
That's
do,
Jay, because that's because your adrenaline been pumping the whole
yeah,
game. Yeah,
yeah.
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 But that's what I'm saying. I think the story of the Brooklyn is the underdogs, and our team kind of represent that. So I want to be here. I don't want to miss this part of it. I want to be part of this. I want to be able to say, "Yo, I remember when we weren't a good team and we was building a team." And but I do want to be alive while we win a championship, whenever that is. And maybe that's to Joey's point. That's maybe that little glimmer of hope is what I hold on to be optimistic. You feel what I'm saying? But it's enough for me as a
Yeah,
fan. It's
man.
enough for me, man. So I'm
I
good,
just
man.
think it. I don't know. I just don't like that, bro. Because I think that kind of like waters down our fan base. You got fans who only want to come out and want to be like Homer Simpson ducking into the bushes when things are bad for the Nets, and then
Right.
when we up, they hopping back
Mhm.
out the bushes. Oh yeah, I was a Knicks fan, but now I'm rooting for y'all again. Like, yo. Then you got guys that's always negative. Like, nah, fans don't rock like that. You rock with your team through thick and through thin. Regardless,
Mhm.
yeah, it's gonna be some things you don't like, but you still rock with your team. There's something called integrity. I don't
Right.
respect
Exactly.
nobody like that. That's
Right,
just
yeah,
me
right. If
personally.
we was on the team for real, Joey, I'm not respecting the niggas that's not wearing the varsity just because we losing. Know what I mean?
Yeah,
We
exactly.
on the team,
Like what could
respect.
Right.
but that's a
You
character
trying to
flaw, is it
hide
not?
your shit now because we losing, but then
Hmm.
if we was winning, you have your shit on every day.
That's a
Come on,
Yeah.
bro.
character flaw, man. You save those character flaws for Nick and Laker fans and
Hmm.
guys like that's that fan base. That's what they get the bandwagons and the guys jumping on the bandwagon, from team to team. That's what they do. As a Nets fan, you supposed to be. It's not. It's the few to proud like the Marines, man. We
If
got to
you
stick
Right.
together,
if you
man.
can't sit through the loss,
You
you
know what I
don't
mean?
deserve to win.
Yeah, Joey. Yeah, that's true though.
Yo, Joe, you
Yeah.
been cooking tonight, man. You been
No,
Yeah,
man, because
no,
no, we
good,
got,
though, man.
but
yeah.
real talk, we gotta set a
Joey
better
Loki is
culture.
hilarious,
No,
man.
no, real talk, fellas, we gotta set a better culture in Nets fandom, bro. The culture
That.
is
Mhm.
nasty.
At
Yeah,
the
Like,
end
no,
of the
but
day,
I
if you
hold on.
weren't the
No, I'm
So
just saying. I like see in notes like in times like this. That's why I'm glad y'all say, "Oh yeah, he big optimism." Even y'all say I'm delusional, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to be optimistic to say I'm bold enough as a fan to say I disagree with the front office. I don't think they should do this, and at least y'all get a soliloquy that I'm not getting from big media and just saying it in my own words. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to say they gonna always count us out in big media. Never count yourself out as a fan. And to Jay's point, yeah, you could be in there and be up or down 25, regardless. But to the point when those games is close and we win those games, fans want to win that. Being there,
and
the
this
energy
another.
in the
Can I
building.
call out another thing? I'm on the
Come
road. Can
on,
I call out
man.
another thing, Breeze?
so
This
hold
another
on.
thing.
I
Okay,
got
go ahead.
before you say that, Joey, because I wanna say something to what you said. Where and then you can go right after. I'm gonna
Okay.
ask the question and then go after. Where does that start from changing the culture of that negative talk from Nets? And then, go ahead and ask the question.
I,
Listening to
shoot.
us.
Go ahead. You can answer it, Breeze. I've been talking
They
my head
gotta
off.
listen to us, man. They gotta listen to Big Optimism, man. They gotta tune in and see what I'm saying about the pick and pop with Clowney, the pick and roll with Clowney. See what I'm saying about, you know what I'm saying, Drake Power and his POA defense. All right, his POA. All right, so go ahead, go ask him out.
This is what I wanted
Yeah.
to say. This is another thing that grinds my gears, bro. I from Brooklyn. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, right? But I live in Virginia right now because of family and my job. But every time I go home, I got family. And if the Nets are playing, I'm in the Barclays, bro. I'm in the Barclays. You got these fans that live in Brooklyn crying about the crowd. Oh, the crowd is not loud enough. Oh, we don't got enough fans in the building. But your bitch ass won't go to the game and support them.
Facts. Yo, I think we should have
If
a
y'all
whole
don't
show
like
like
it,
that.
hold on, Jay.
Yo,
I'm
yo,
tired of this.
Breeze,
I'm
you need
tired
to
of
have
these
a
shit
show
takes,
like
bro.
this
If
with
y'all
some
don't like
errands
it,
or grievances.
if y'all don't like it,
we're like Festivus.
Yeah, like let everybody come and say what they got a problem with about the Nets fan, about the
if y'all
fan
don't
base.
fucking like it, this my thing,
Festivus
right?
for the rest of us.
This my thing. All y'all complaining about the crowd noise and the other fans and it not being enough fans. If you don't like it, do something about it. Go buy those cheap tickets and go support the team and the rookies this year. But no, y'all rather go on fucking Twitter and cry about it. Fake punks. Man, I'm off this, man.
Yeah,
These niggas be
You know
getting on my
why? No,
nerve,
but hold
bro.
on. But Pete, that's why I like going to the games, and I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I'm shaking hands with the creme de la creme Nets fans when I'm with Jay. I met Don. I met Frankie Ice. Jay is introduced. You can't do that from the television. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. You can't do that from Twitter. And you meet these people, these real people, and they really want to talk basketball with you, bro. If y'all want to, you know what I'm saying, call yourself fans. Try to be optimistic. You know what I mean? Everybody, oh Lord, I'm being real. I'm being real
Bro,
too.
and
I
I get it.
understand.
I
I
get
see
it.
what you see, but I'm
Bro,
not going to say it the same way. And it's not that it's just not true or what I'm saying. I'm just saying I see how things could get better. You know, that's all I'm
it's
be
just the
saying.
fandom, bro. It's like dudes sit there and complain about it not being enough fans, but they walk by the Barclays every day. And you know what? They could go buy those $200 Jordans, but they can't spend $40 to go see their team play every once in a while.
Man, I told people last year I was challenging all of the tankers. Anybody who's the tanker, come sit through the game with me and watch them niggas be ass. And nobody wanted to come except for Leaf. And I think Dylan pulled up too. But that's it. And I respect that. Because if you saying you want to see the team lose and all that, but still come contribute your money.
Niggas
Let me
complain about the culture, but don't want to change it, bro.
Right. But my thing is niggas want the team to be ass. Niggas want everything to happen, but they won't pull up and contribute their money to that. They won't pull up and contribute their time to that. They not even watching the games. They just looking at the highlights after the game just to complain and say, yeah, let's fast forward the next season. But what about now?
No, but those the bougie dollars. Those the you can't get my money until we start winning dollars. And my thing,
Exactly. Like, who are
like
you?
real, realistic.
Like you got to
Yeah.
prove something to them first. Like what?
Like yo,
Like,
like
like
that's
who
what
are
I'm
you?
saying. Right. Yo, no, that's serious, bro. Like, yo, I
Okay,
don't never
okay,
be
we
on it
got
like
two
that.
ladies in the chat agreeing, Danielle and Marlene. Look at that.
And I get it, y'all. Listen, like I said, I don't know everybody money situation. I get it. Money is tight. This economy is crazy. But bro, the tickets in the Barclays should be very, very cheap this year. If you're telling me you're a Nets fan and you ain't go to a couple of games this season, that's crazy to me. And you live in the area, that's crazy.
Still saying
Yeah,
that
I'm
the
definitely trying to
Memphis.
go to two or more. I'm gonna try to go to two or more. Like, and that's the thing too. Park streams like this, it's like put up or shut up. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in the building with a win and with a loss, bro. But you want to be there. You glad you came after you left. You feel what I mean?
Yo,
It's dope.
why my first three Nets games was losses to the Toronto Raptors. Everyone, the first three I went through, I was tight.
Yeah, me and Jay was at one of those games together. Probably like the first two, I think.
You talking about the
But
one where Kyle Lowry hit the layup and ran off the court?
you know, the one way they stole a ball off the sideline pass, and it
Yeah.
was a fast break to the basket at the last play of the game.
Yep. That was
That
Kyle
was my
Lowry. That was tight.
very first game. I thought we was gonna win that game, bro.
Hell
Look at
yeah.
all
Bro,
those
I had to
fans. We
tell
look at
myself
all
to
those.
hold my chin up after that game,
Look at
man.
all those fans we got when Kyrie, KD, and and
They
Harden.
was
I'm like, who the
fake
hell are
though,
these
bro.
guys? Right?
They was fake. They wasn't a real investment.
Soon as they leave, it's like Homer Simpson backing up into the bushes. Then they see the Nets do something a little good. They peep their head out. Oh, okay. What they doing over there in Brooklyn? I might have to put my black and white hat back on.
But the thing
Like,
that's crazy about it is that the Barclays be rocking more now than when we had them. But I feel like it's because when we had them, the fans was a little bit more too cool. Like people act like they too cool to chill. Like they just
Mm-hmm.
like they see a cool play, they're like, yeah, that was fire.
They expect
Mhm.
it. You better
Yeah.
have it.
No,
Like they don't even say, they don't even clap or yeah, they just like, yeah, that was dope. Good shit, boy.
that game
Like,
against that game 5 against the Bucks when Katie dropped 50 against them. That crowd, like I remember hearing it, man. Like it was electric. Like that's the crowd energy you want when this team is back to competing. Like just people being excited, thinking the impossible is possible. Like that's what we need to get back to. That
But
Brooklyn
when
magic.
do you want to get back competing? I heard you say that, but when do you actually want to,
After
as a fan?
after next summer, because we have no reason to tank. Rockets have our pick. We got to start making winning moves. We have over, I think, $28 million in cap space next summer. Like, get some winning vets. You have 6 guys drafted at that point. Let's get some winning vets and let's see if we can make a play in. Let's see if the Nets can be in the play in 2026 for the team. I'd be happy as a shared goal with all you guys because there's no reason to tank after that. It's let's see what these guys could do. Joy's reputation on the line, and let's see if we could build winning habits. I'm right there with that, Breezy. After next year, there's no reason to do this stupid BS tanking crap. It's win and build winning habits and go for it in a week East at that point. That's what we should be doing.
I feel you, but I also feel like you can't turn it on and off. If Jordy is going to be, if Jordy is the coach you want to do that next year,
Mhm.
he has to be doing it from now. By the time next year comes, he's seasoned because he's still a second year head coach, and you can't expect him to. I tell him lose, 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 lose. Now win, 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 win right now.
No, that's a fair
Like
point,
it's
Jay.
something you got to build.
And that's why trusting these 5 guys to play as many minutes as possible would be great for their first year. But it's not usually the rookies don't get as much playing time in their first year. But for this team, how special it is being so young, let them play all the minutes they want this year. So second year, when you do get some winning vets on this team and who you draft 2026, those guys will be more experienced and more confident in their abilities. Like there's a way to play this right. We all want to get the same results. How we get there? Trust your young guys. Let them play those fourth quarter high pressure moments. If they win those games, huge for their development. If they lose those games, they're getting better at least. Like Jordy just has to put them in the fire, like Joey says, and let's see the results play as they are, whether they win or lose. Like that's the best way to go about this first year because the second year, they'll be more confident in their games and you'll see them make those changes with their game as far as evolution goes. And after who we drafted next year, then the Nets can really start going from there. But I agree with you, though. It's going to take a little bit of a process, but Jordy wants to win. It's just trust your young guys to do that winning. And I think it'll work itself out. I really do.
That's fair. I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, I don't want them to overlook Cam Thomas' talent for anybody. You know what I mean? So, and again, Jared Allen, this is the same tenor. Sean Marks is the same tenor. You know what I mean? So it's like he's not, changing hands. It's the same guy. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, I think the podcast give the fans a voice. You know what I mean? So I like all of the differences of opinion. And yeah, I just think we should acknowledge the things that we want to change, but still try to see the good. You know what I'm
I
saying?
will say things have gotten
And
better.
root for
I don't
that
mean to
part.
cut you up, Breeze, but I will say things have
Yeah,
gotten
no,
better because, boy, I tell you, in 2012 when they first came to Brooklyn, it was bad. But as far as just support for the team, now we got fans that's actually proud to say or willing to say I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan. You know what I mean? Like we filling the stadium up. Like you know what I mean? You see people walking around Brooklyn with a Brooklyn Nets apparel on. So there is some traction being made. We get it. The Nets are the Knicks are the more popular team in town, but to say that you don't see the Nets making some traction in the borough, in the New York City metropolitan area, you'll be lying to yourself because they are.
Yeah, listen, they got. I want to see us in the Eastern Conference beat the Knicks and then win the championship. That's the type of time I'm on.
You
I
know what
think
my
they.
dream? Can I tell you my dream scenario of a Nets championship? So I want to
Yeah.
beat the Philadelphia 76ers, right? This is what I want to
What
do.
round?
I want to beat
What,
the
first round?
76ers in the first round. I want to beat the Boston Celtics
Celtics. Gotta
in the
be the
next
Celtics.
round, right? And then I want to
Yeah,
beat the Knicks in the Eastern Conference
Oh,
fucking finals to go to
yeah,
the chip
yeah,
and
yeah,
then win
yeah.
that shit. That would
that
be
would be
Nah. I
unbelievable.
glorious.
never, hold on. I never went. Yeah, I agree with him about the 76ers because they cleaned us up in the first round before. And the whole thing with the Knicks and the rivalry, that's like the cherry on top. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, hell yeah. But who
They
would you
were,
want to play in the Western
To clean
Conference, though? Who would you want to play in the Western Conference?
the Western Conference. I don't even give a shit. Long
Nah,
as we clean,
you gotta
long as
care
we
because the
winning,
Nets
long
ran
as we
into
winning.
LA not
Oh, the
caring.
Lakers, the Lakers, the Lakers.
the
Okay, yeah, that
Lakers.
rematch. That
Yeah,
rematch.
yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
Lakers. That would be a glorious run, bro. Epic.
Nah, we
Man,
gotta talk about that shit. I ain't gonna lie to
there would
you.
be nothing more special than a Nets Knicks Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, that would have New York.
But
Oh,
just imagine that all the
crazy.
Nick tears, if we was to get rid of them in the playoffs and then go to the finals and win, do you know how many Nick
Oh, we would
tears
have
would be
receipts, man, for
spread
the
all
Knicks
over the
fans to
city?
talk with about stuff. We would have receipts. Oh,
Those,
Yo, Joey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna start a stream with you about that shit, bro. That shit sound
you
like
got Breeze
is
inspired,
this some shit
Joey.
that we
I ain't saying right this minute, but nah, that shit. I want to talk about that shit because yeah, that shit sound like some real. What's the word, man? I can't think of the word, but if we did that
that's an
all
NBA
right
next
all our
fantasy,
wrong.
bro.
Yeah, like that'll right all of the wrongs. Seriously, like
So
Bro, who
is
could say anything to us after if we made a run like that? Who could say something to us after that?
Nobody. That would be
Nobody.
epic.
Is that Breeze? Is that the topic for tonight? I'm getting ready to close out. It's about to be 2 hours. So let you know what I'm saying. Let the fans know if that's the topic for the night.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, no. Oh yeah, I'm finna pull up, but I gotta do something first. But so I'm gonna try to pull up like 10. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm gonna be live on TikTok probably around that time. You know, preseason games on. Y'all know where to find me at. I'm
Uh,
live
can
on
I just say
TikTok.
something real quick? Well,
Go
you
ahead,
know, because I
Joey.
know this your pod, and I wasn't trying to be on no disrespect as far as I would get physical with Claude because I would never get physical. When I said bite your head off, that's just a figure of speech. Like I would tell you about yourself. So
Right.
anybody in there was like I was attacking him or attacking the fans in the comments, or I was just saying that's just a pretty much a figure of speech saying I would tell you about yourself when you say bite somebody head off, bro. I would never hit nobody or do any violence towards anybody, especially a fan, especially an older fan. So I
Right.
just want to clear that up.
No, Joey, we know that. And I call out Marlene
Mhm.
saying, if you ever want to debate me about the context, not just call my name and say, like, just bring context to what we're talking about. Like, at the end of the day, that's who Joey is as a person. He cares about the context of what we're talking about. And I appreciate you, Joey, for wanting to ask us a lot of questions tonight because we talked a lot about the draft and you had some good questions. You asked me, Breeze, Jay, and Ice, man. I think that was just great on your part. Listen, at the end of the day, Brooklyn base members go through it. It's a roller coaster ride, but it matters what we do after the day moving forward. And if we come back and have good discussions, that's how you know who the real Brooklyn base members are from the ones that just don't give a damn. And Joey definitely does care. So I'll give you that, man. Good show, Ice. Good show.
All right, so y'all know what it is. Iceman the Eskimo, the tip off of Brooklyn Nets podcast. Big Fan Breezy blog. Tonight, he said around like 10, he got something to do later. Joey, notorious on Twitter. John, everything Brooklyn Nets. John on Twitter. Leaf is not up here, but Leaf, y'all know where to find Leaf at. You know what I mean? And this is JTV. Follow him on Instagram. You know what I mean? Jay, you still there? I need the
Yeah.
commercial,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I'm here.
Do the commercial for me.
Oh yeah, every Tuesday at 9 it's a different show where every week it's a different show. We up there showing people how to be different because it's a different world. Know what I mean? Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at This Is Jay, and on all streaming platforms at This Is Jay or A Different World. The only vowel is the A.
Fact. All right. Y'all know my model. Y'all don't have to like. Y'all don't have to subscribe. I don't know anything you heard. And we out.
Peace.
All right, yeah, peace.